I mean, okay. Sounds better. Okay. Oh, okay, okay. No worries. Okay, good. As long as the vibe. Right. Let's do. Switching this around. Brawler Premiere. Let's do. Huh? Let's do something hype. Maybe some. Give me like a hype. Like let me do Father Time. Let's do Father Time. That's the brawler. Right there. Yeah. Yeah. What are we talking about? We're talking about Drake, the Weeknd. For sure. Something's happening. Obviously, yeah, the Weeknd thing you said. Yeah. I have my show and tell with the Steve Lacy vinyl. For sure. Everyone's like, this song is getting annoying. I'll be there. 1 sec, bro. 1 sec. Alright. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna adjust my mic. I'm gonna unplug it real quick. Oh, what the fuck? Hold on. It's probably doing... Oh, okay. It just probably, like... It probably just switched over automatically. Okay. Alright. You ready? Alright, let's get the people what they want. Here we go. Switching over live in 3, 2, and... Boom. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for the wait, but we're here. Appreciate you. I see you all in the chat. Ready for Brawler tonight? Yes, sir. It is officially Brawler Day. Thank you, everyone, for the love in the chat.
Hey. Oh, my God. I'm sorry.
Oh, shit. Dead. Off the bat.
Second one into the stream. Sorry.
He's dead.
I am, as you can see, I'm very ready. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Oh, my God.
Oh, shit. All right, y'all. We got to...
All right. Take us back to the...
Hold on. You know what? Okay. I think someone has a... Clear your throat. Clear your throat. Yo,
Okay.
I think someone poisoned. Oh, okay, you're good.
Okay, we're good. We're
Are you
good.
good?
We can go back.
Okay.
All right, here we are, guys. Hello. Welcome back to Our Thoughts podcast. We're back. The 60, what is this, 64th episode of Our Thoughts Live?
64th
There we
episode.
go. Like nothing, Also, yeah, let's acknowledge the bigote on my boy. The beautiful
Yo,
bigote.
man. It's coming in. It's coming in. It's coming in.
Hey.
I had a beard earlier this week, but
Yeah?
I just couldn't get with it. It was scratchy. It was all over my face.
Oh
I was
man,
like,
you should have
"Get
sent me a
this
picture of the
thing
beard.
off of
I've been trying to convince you forever to just let it grow a little bit. So
I know, yeah.
you know,
But I figured
this-
I'll start with the upper lip, I'll start with the upper
Okay.
lip, but it's all right.
Yeah.
I feel like it's filling in a little bit. I'm definitely giving off that racial ambiguity. Hey, starting off strong. J Dot. Oh, J Dot.
Damn,
Where have
with
we?
the 20.
Where has J
Hey,
Dot
man.
been? Coming
Good to
in
see you,
strong,
man.
just dropping the $20 like
No.
that. Thank you so much, J Dot. Man, when was the last time I saw it? Yeah. Here you go. What was the meme? They're like,
Oh yeah, the credit card. It's like, yo, just take it. Just take it. Just
bro,
take
J
it.
Dot
just
really was like,
Oh,
someone's gonna
Where's
pause
the
that and try and
credit
get.
card number? I
Someone's
saw
gonna pause that and steal
4375. No,
J
but
Dot's
hey,
like,
thank
I'm
you,
back,
J-Dot.
bitch. Run it up.
I
Here's this
know.
$20.
He
Here's
is
the $20,
back.
bitch.
He is back. Hey, maybe we can use that to pay and get our Thoughts podcast page verified.
Hey, yeah. That's like how many months of verification is that, bro?
Right. Hey, super chat, y'all. Like, go donate to us so we can make our Thoughts podcast a verified Twitter account.
Nah, we got it, bro.
know
J
you want
Dot gave us verification for like the year.
for the year.
For the year,
Yeah,
we're
for
good.
The last 2 months of the year. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, thank you, J. Dot. Man, it's been a minute. I guess, now that the weekend's out to play, we're kind of getting some of our familiar faces back.
Yes,
But
appreciate
yeah,
you.
good to see you. I saw a Miracle somewhere in the chat. Hope it's
see
good.
you. I
It's
see you,
been a minute.
Miracle.
Of our beautiful moderators, thank you for coming through. Yeah, man. So, yeah, back to the Bigote. Yeah, we got Mateo in the house today.
Yes.
And I want to just start this stream off and say, like, yo, today is the Brawler premiere night, ladies and gentlemen. Matt mentioned it earlier. The chat's been going up, but let's go ahead and you know how much I love plugging, and let me go ahead and plug my guy Matt.
All right. Are you plugging?
I don't like the way I said that. Anyways,
Hey. All right. You.
I just been
Hold
doing it
on,
to
bro.
myself.
It's okay. Hey, we're here though. We're here. Plug
We're
this.
here.
Okay. Just put it in the chat. Just put it in the chat. Just don't say anything else.
Here it is. Here's the link.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say anything else. The link is in the chat right there.
Yes, sir.
It is Brawler. It is a film that I mean I
stash
don't know.
got
I'll let
you-
you speak on your film.
I'll just say the stash got you acting up. But yeah, man. I mean, here you go. Here's the beautiful poster. Photo taken by my friend Navik, incredible photographer. Yeah, man. I'm super excited. Right there, you see in the chat. That's the link to watch the premiere, which it's premiering on YouTube at 9:00. So be there for the live premiere. I'll be chilling in the chat as well. Would love to have some people giving
I
some.
will be there as well.
Yeah, get your
I
little,
will
little
also-
reactions. They're like, oh, or like, when you crying or you're cheering them on or whatever, just spam the chat. I want people to just see. I want it to be a moment. So appreciate everyone who has been there, seeing me struggle through the process of making this movie as my mic falls apart. But yeah, I'm super excited. Jose, that's okay. You don't have to watch it. You can. Yeah, you know what? All right. You know what? I'm gonna put you on. I'm gonna put you on timeout, bro. Nah. All right. Damn.
It wasn't the not watching it part that got us mad heated. It's
like,
it's
I'm
the
busy,
edit
bro.
part. Yeah, damn.
I'm busy. I gotta watch these two people fight over which Drake album's better.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, there you go, guys. That is a 9 p.m. PST,
12 a.m. EST.
midnight EST, all that stuff.
I'm dropping it like I'm
basically-
dropping an album, bro.
I know. Hey, yo, it's
New Music
premiere night,
Friday.
release night. Yo, coming to your screens, to a screen near you. Yeah, man. I don't know. I
Yeah.
was really excited. I've texted you, everything that I have to say about it, but I just want to say, like, man, like, I'm just so excited for, the fact that you're gonna be turning this page and
Yeah.
made, real quick, there was something we were chatting earlier. We have this ritual where, we kind of talk about, oh, what song are we gonna use for the IG story to promote the stream,
Mm.
and follow us on Instagram, by the way, Our Thoughts Podcast, all that stuff. But also, it's like, we were talking about it, and you said like, yeah, let's use Father Time as a soundtrack for Brawler, and I was curious, I feel like you mentioned to me a couple times how that album, and particularly that song, uh, struck a chord and may have uh like been like, oh shoot, like there's some parallels between
Yeah.
this piece of work and Brawler. So I was curious if you could like talk a little bit about that and to the chat real quick.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say as much as I want to say. I feel like I want to leave a lot of it up to people's
Yeah.
interpretation or just like whatever organic like reaction they have to it at first. But yeah, most definitely. I think um, when that album came out, I was deep into Brawler already. I was actually editing it. Or no, I wasn't editing it. I was filming it actually around the time it kind of dropped. And it all really was the things that Kendrick talked about on there. I'm looking at tracks like Father Time, um, even what was it? Something Diaries, Mama Diaries, or whatever that song is.
Diaries. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mother I Sober, that type of stuff. The whole idea of Kendrick's entire rollout or project this year was very much aligned with the same thing that I'm kind of going for, and it's a very simple concept. It's like, like basically men coming to terms, in this case with their father. So that's all I'll say. I'll just say listen to Father Time, and then watch Brawler, and it'll all make sense. I did not mean to make that correlation. It just happened to become that way, and happened to pan out that way. But hopefully, I talk about some pretty vulnerable things in there, and talk about my own relationship with my own father and a bunch of stuff. So yeah, just know that going in, it's not just a boxing movie.
Hmm. Hmm. And hey, man, it's there's a lot in there, man, and I'm very excited for everyone to see it. There you go, Brawler premiering tonight. Whew, I'm
Yes.
excited, man. I'm excited for the
Whew, yeah, yeah.
world
Check
to
it
see
out.
this, man.
Like we said, 9 p.m. PST tonight. Be there. Be there. It's on my YouTube channel, my personal YouTube channel. We just linked it in the chat. Make sure you press the notification so you know the moment it goes live, and say hello over there in the chat. So, duration of Brawler, it's 15 minutes flat, clean
Hmm.
15. Some super simple, super easy to watch. Go ahead and yeah, it's a 2.5 hour epic uh, of mine.
It's the 4 hour cut. You
Yeah,
actually have to watch it in three distinct parts.
there's an
Uh,
intermission about around the 2 hour mark. You can get up,
yeah.
stretch. Yeah,
We actually get on and we start talking like a
yeah,
podcast in
yeah.
the middle of the movie. We
So we
recap
have our
real
thoughts
fast.
intermission. We kind of recap, dissect mid
Yeah.
viewing. You know, we do the whole
Yeah, yeah,
thing.
yeah. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a really cool premiere. And yeah, is there gonna be a director's cut, as Curry asked in the chat, or is this the movie?
I really wanted there to be one, but I think this is the movie. This is the movie. In all honesty, I think I definitely want to have some deleted scenes. I don't know. Somehow I want to weave that in. I don't know if it's going to be kind of a perk for anyone who donated money to the crowdfunding campaign that I hosted or posted a while ago. So that might be kind of a bonus material, or maybe somewhere down the line, maybe when it's during its festival run, I'll post like deleted scene or like alternate scene or unseen footage or whatever it is. But there's a lot of scenes. There are some scenes I had to cut, which sucks. But for the sake of the story, how it is right now is the story I wrote, and it took me a long time to realize that. I was trying to
Hmm.
fit so much in. I'm like, you know what? No, this is what it is. So what you're seeing is
Hmm.
what it is. So I'm excited about it. It's very potent though.
Yeah,
There's shit going on
yeah.
all the time. Yeah, thank you, Kitchen Boy. I appreciate that. Bloopers. I would love to do a blooper reel. Actually, I'd have to go in and dig up all that footage. But
Hmm.
yeah, no, a blooper reel would be cool. There's a lot of especially during the fight scenes. There's a
Yeah.
lot. I could show you guys like the previs video we made of the fight scenes and the boxing scenes. It's pretty funny. Just like
I
filmed it on
love
our
that.
phones, and I'm like in it. I'm the ref, and like it's
Oh,
funny. Yeah.
I love a blooper reel, especially for a film that is very serious, because
Yeah.
you get used to seeing them in that light, and then you see them in the same shots in the same scenes, just cracking the hell
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
So
Out
no,
of
yeah,
character and everything. Yeah.
yeah, blooper would be dope. Yeah,
There's
man,
some
I'd love.
great, actually, that'd be great. There's some great, the dad in it had some great, like, just random, like, when he would just joke, he was just a little jokester sometimes, and he would say something, like, totally, like, out of pocket. And, like, it was so wild where I just couldn't, like, help but laugh. um,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, it's,
Yeah.
I'm excited, man. Brawler himself will actually be coming over to watch with me tonight. Stefan Martindale, the star of Brawler, he was in this chat last week actually, chatting it up when we were talking about whatever we were talking about last stream. So he'll be here. It's actually his first time seeing it, which is crazy. Like,
Wow.
cause you've seen
Wow.
it, I've shown other people have had private screenings, but the day I showed it in class, bro showed up late. He showed up as he
Oh,
walked in.
Stefan.
He walked in as the credits were rolling. And I'm like, bro. So it's gonna
Oh
be his
man,
first time watching it tonight.
I love that dude, man. He is really great in the film, and yeah, man. I mean, yeah. Hopefully, we can get him on here and have him talk about
Oh yeah,
being
definitely.
Brawler. So, yeah, man, that sounds fun. Definitely let us know how the premiere, the night of your. Do you have anything like crazy plan? You guys are just gonna chill at the spot,
Very chill, very chill. Couple
talk.
people over. Most of the people seen it. I didn't want to throw a big thing, you know.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think it just is, you know. It's just like it's not. I'm not trying to make it a big. It's not that film yet for me, you know. It's not that like I want. Not that I'm not proud of it. Um, it's very intimate. So it's just I don't want there to be like, oh yeah, you know, it's like taking shots, you know, and then it's just
it's
this.
not one where it's
Yeah.
not a movie where like someone's gonna stand up in the aisle and do a backflip and go,
Right.
whoa!
Yeah,
Like when
yeah.
when Stefan gets on screen, it's like, woo!
Yeah, no, there's no like when all three Spider-Man show up moment, you know, it's not like that. Like it's it's
The Brawler verse.
yeah, it's there's no brawler verse, okay? That's down
Yeah,
the
yeah.
line. But no, I feel like it's kind of just one of the things I feel like I want whoever watches it, watch it alone and watch it however you need to watch it and just think about it. That's it. That's all I ask. So, it's not my big breakout red carpet moment yet. That's definitely coming.
Yeah.
This was just a necessary step for me. So, yeah.
Right, right.
But yeah, no, I'm
There
super
you go.
excited. I'm super excited for people to see it. It's been like 8 months in the making, majority of this year, the biggest thing I've ever done. So, kind of crazy.
Yeah. Amen. Super well executed, as you can see from the poster. It looks great. So yeah, there you go. Brawler coming very, 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 very soon.
Tonight.
And yeah, man. You have something to show the class, I believe.
Oh,
Something
okay.
that was we can go right. Do you want? Would you like
Yeah.
to go right into it, or should we go into the?
No, I'll do a quick.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, it's super quick. But yeah.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Okay. I know I be talking shit. Okay, I know I be talking shit about this man, about the tour, about the fans. We have a whole video that we just posted on it, by the way. Go check it out on our page. Please link that.
It is in
Great
the chat,
topic.
actually.
Yes, thank you very
Yeah.
much. Steve Lacy. As much as we have I don't have problems with Steve Lacy. You know, he doesn't do anything personally. He definitely, I think, kind of buys into the whole shit that we were talking about in that video.
Mhm.
But I still had to cop. Ladies and gentlemen, my favorite thing ever right now. The Steve Lacy vinyl has arrived. It's not in here because it's in my record player, but the Steve Lacy vinyl has arrived. Yes. It's
Hey.
pretty fire. Shout out Merch Bar, by the way. Yo,
Yes,
Merch Bar.
Merch
Where's
Bar.
y'all do sponsors? Where do we get a
Yeah,
little
you know what?
sponsored link,
You know
affiliate
what?
link, anything?
I am usually not shameless about, or I usually try to be shameless or not shameless about everything, but I really want to sponsor by Merch Bar, man. If
Please,
there's
genuinely,
one spot that Our Thoughts podcast should absolutely be sponsored by, Merch Bar, please, please,
please.
bro. Yo, bully everyone in the chat right now. Go find Merch Bar's like social
If
medias
anyone has
and
any
tell them
connect
about.
with Merch Bar, please send them our way. Please,
Please,
that would be
let's get
great.
the Merch Bar, not just the Merch Bar back, but we genuinely would do like some cool. I feel like we'd
No,
do
yeah,
some cool sponsorship
we would do great
shit.
sponsorship, and y'all would benefit as well. So yeah. Anyway,
Cool.
thank you, Merch Bar. I'm like as if they sent it. No, I spent my money for this.
Yeah.
But shout out Merch Bar for getting it to me so quickly. But man, it sounds okay. Let me do a little. This is what you get in the sleeve. Crazy ass wacky photo.
Yeah, I know.
Pretty cool.
Oh, that one's cool.
His
That
face
one's
is all over this thing. And then there's this dope like pamphlet here with
like this?
it's all the credits, song credits.
Damn, yeah, a lot of close-ups.
Yeah, a lot of close-ups. He was really feeling himself on this one.
With varying degrees of him being like
Right.
faded.
Right, just faded or his face is fucked up. But no, man, the album sounds great. I was telling you that it sounds different on vinyl, like completely different. Honestly, I'm hearing things in the album on the vinyl version I never heard like on the Spotify version. And it also made me think like, damn, is Spotify audio quality really that bad? Because you know how like Apple Music people being like, oh, we were here for the audio quality, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, like it's so like that's not a real thing. But then I heard the vinyl version. I'm like, damn, like I'm missing things out of like little notes. Like there are instruments that I didn't even know were layered in these songs that you can hear very crispy on the vinyl version. So yeah, very good pressing. Thank you, Steve Lacy. I still am a fan, but fuck your fans.
Finally, I was gonna say finally a positive development
Yeah.
regarding you and Steve Lacy, man. Yeah, really great album. I was actually considering buying it. I mean, it's only if you guys want to share in the Gemini Rights vinyl thing, it's only like $18 I think on Merch Bar. So
Really? Damn it.
Yeah. You got
I paid
it
like $24. God damn. You see, Merch Bar, if y'all sponsored, I wouldn't have. Okay, it's fine.
But also we would have benefited your yeah. Anyways,
Yes.
another just one last negative Steve Lacy tidbit.
Okay.
To-
Hater thought.
oh no, I was just saying you getting it not on the
Oh
discount.
yeah. See, he has to fucking
It's everything.
fuck me somehow, man. It's just always somehow. I got finessed like $6. It's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tanner says to be honest, still haven't bumped the tape. Is it good? It is good. It sucks that it's a little shit like it's a little overplayed because of TikTok. But Bad Habit is not the only song on there. But it's great. It's really good. I personally have come after listening to it on vinyl. I've come to the conclusion it is better than his last record, which is crazy. Because that record I was like, this is amazing. But yeah, while I was listening to it, I was reminded how short of a record it is. It's so short. I wish there was one more track before the last one after Sunshine. I feel like I could use one more. It's like that Love's Train thing. But yeah, it's okay. It's still a great album. Go stream Gemini Rights as you do wherever you do it. Spotify, Apple Music, it doesn't matter.
But skip Bad Habits.
But
They're Bad Habits.
You see the
Make a playlist with Gemini Rights and then replace Bad Habit by Steve Lacy with Bad Habits by Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran,
And then you got a flawless album.
or Bad Habits by Nav,
Or both.
both back to back. Yeah, nice little track run. Yeah,
Or just make a playlist that just constantly goes between Bad Habits by Ed Sheeran and Bad Habits by Nav.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
and Obama winning more interlude. Put it like
Obama
exactly
winning
halfway
more.
through-
yeah.
Put it exactly halfway through the playlist.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
Legendary
That's our
lineup.
recommendation.
But yeah,
Yeah,
that was my
that's
show
cool.
and
That's
tell.
cool.
That was my show and tell.
Yeah.
But you got some vinyls on the way too. So let's see. I think doing a little pickup. I think that's fun. Maybe we add that. Maybe we do a little vinyl spot every
Every time we
every
come up,
stream. Yeah, like because I know you got a bunch of vinyls you haven't shown on camera. Maybe some of them are You got some that I think people might not expect. Like not all of them are just albums too, which is cool.
Yeah,
So yeah.
actually, I just picked one up because I was driving around the city, and I don't think I have it on me right now. So I guess I'll just end this anecdote with on a very dissatisfying note. It's somewhere downstairs. Would it be cool if I go grab it real quick?
Yeah, let's see.
Okay,
Okay,
cool. All
yeah,
right,
I
I'll
have.
be right back.
Go ahead, go ahead. Okay,
Yeah, okay.
what are y'all saying about out of context? What was just taken out of context just now? Okay, what sus? Hold on. What suspect thing did I say? Because I don't even. Usually I catch it. Okay, I see you, D-Mine. I don't know who's making it. If y'all want to do it, maybe that's a moderator job. Go back and go back and look for all the sus takes. I think that's what we were gonna do. Somewhere down the line, it's on our docket. But Cesco be wiling out way more than I do. Um, what is the album cover of? Which album cover? The Steve Lacy one? It's Steve Lacy. That's what Steve Lacy looked like. Oh, what is the album cover? Some chick? Are you talking about Her Loss? Because it is Some Chick. Oh, Her Loss for sure, for sure. Um, yeah, we haven't gotten to the Her Loss stuff. We're gonna get into that next. But yeah, so I heard that the cover photo for Her Loss, it is some chick, some IG baddie. I'm pretty sure. The meaning of it has no meaning. Not that it has no meaning, but it's just like Lil Yachty chose it, and I guess he was the one who was making their their cover art, and he was like, yeah, this photo was just really cool, and that was it. So I don't think I remember we talked about it last week. Cesco was like, this album cover sucks, but I thought it was cool. It just apparently I thought it was gonna like relate to the album, but it didn't really. We're talking about Her Loss. We haven't gotten there yet, but they had some questions. But okay,
Yeah,
you
cool.
got some
Sorry,
stuff to show us.
I was out of breath for a second. They're running around. All right.
Okay,
So,
what you
yeah,
got?
another sponsor we should get, by the way, is Goodwill. They got
Oh,
some
for sure.
incredible. I just be finding like gems sometimes. So
Really?
I sorry, let me catch my breath.
Oh Lord, the asthma
I
kicking
was
in.
yeah, I'm gonna need my inhaler very soon. So I was in the area because I was like, you know what? After Halloween, I'm like, all right, I really want to get to Christmas. So I started looking around, and I think I'm gonna start just like looking every week whenever I run some errands,
Mm-hmm.
like just stop over by Goodwill and check out the vinyls, and look if they have any Christmas stuff. So I was in the area, I got this just random
Okay.
Christmas vinyl that I'm gonna definitely
Nice.
play at some point when the vibes are right. But you were mentioning I have some vinyls that aren't necessarily albums,
Yes.
and I went ahead and picked one up that was really interesting. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly
Oh.
4.
Oh. Wait. No way. Wait, like from the original, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly? Oh my
Yeah,
God.
fistful of dollars for a few dollars more. Yeah, so there's some real, look at the back. It's got some
Oh,
scenes from the
that's fire.
movie.
That's fire.
Yeah, no, I just found this. Like, I was just digging and looking around, and it was just like a freaking like Barbara Streisand album,
Dude, that's a good find.
some other random albums I didn't know, and then all of a sudden I just see like boom. So yeah, I found some cool soundtracks. I have Jaws hanging over here. So
Sick.
no, if you guys have some vinyl interests, like go check out the local thrift store. Go check
Mm-hmm.
out, like you'll find some ones on the cheap. I got each of them for like $3. So
Damn.
no, like
That's a good Goodwill, man. I remember I went and looked at a Goodwill and the vinyls were like thrashed. Like they were like the covers peeled off, like the
yeah,
vinyls cracked in half in the thing.
yeah.
But those are good finds. I mean, Good, Bad, and the Ugly. That's like one of the most iconic soundtracks. So that's a good
Oh
cop right
yeah.
there.
Yeah, man, and I finally got like a little cord that I could plug into my record player. So no, I'm
Okay.
definitely
Okay.
gonna be on some vinyl vibes today. You definitely inspired me with the Gemini Rights
Oh yeah.
purchase. So I was like, you
Yes.
know what, like, because I'd been meaning to do it for a while there, but then just like life was happening, and then
Hmm.
uh, finally things are kind of starting to ease off a little bit. So I was like, you know what, let me
Treat
reward
yourself.
myself for
Treat
a
yourself.
little, yeah, treat yourself,
Yeah.
So yeah, though, there you go.
Nice.
Little vinyl update for you guys. I should have something potentially for next week. Fingers crossed, nothing crazy happens, but Yeah, no, there's I like that a little like what is it like an unboxing, not
Yeah,
unboxing,
little
show and tell.
vinyl show and tell. If we have
Yeah,
any new pickups, or if you want to show something from your collection, I definitely have a bunch. You have a bunch.
hmm
I think it's a good idea.
yeah,
Um,
and then and merch bar. This is where your ad placement would go, and moving on.
moving on. But yeah, speaking of which, I think the people want to talk about this Drake album, y'all.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, her loss. Her loss. Do your
Yo,
thing,
I
21.
I
Do your
was
thing. Do it for me.
uh, oh my God, bro! I've been loving those videos. The WWE one, the
Oh
wrestling
yeah,
one,
yeah,
where
yeah.
it's
I like the one where they're on the
oh my
stage
God.
and he's like, "Do your
Oh
thing,
yeah,
21."
yeah. The animated ones are the best
Yeah.
ones, but the one you sent me was also stupid funny. So this album is Drake in his ironically enough in his stallion bad bitch vibes, you know? Like I feel
Bad bitch
like
rapper vibes.
yeah, like there I saw a TikTok the other day of like, yo, Drake is like, yo, Meg the Stallion, why are you lying on your records? Because Tory Lanez didn't shoot you or whatever. And then, you know, like very menacing or threatening or whatever. And then it's like, all right, we're done recording.
Yeah, yeah.
21 Savage, wasn't that fire? Like, you know, like you can just imagine Drake, you
He's
know,
like,
on
"Oh,
his
this is for
TV
the ones for the
vibes.
girls to get ready to. This is for the one. This is for
Yeah.
the hoes. Do your thing, 21. Pop that
Oh my
thing on me,
God.
21."
Jesus
You see,
Christ. Yeah, so
21 Savage on what's that streamer's name? He's like not Speed, but the other guy.
yeah.
He was
Yeah.
he was on his live stream and they were looking at all like the Rich Flex memes, and it was like the first time 21 had ever seen it, and he's sitting there,
He's like,
he's like
nah, bro, I
nah,
hate
he's like
this.
what the
He
he's
just
like what?
takes a rip. Yeah, yeah, takes a rip off of
not
his like
not
vape
Aiden Ross. Yeah,
pen or
Kai. It was
whatever,
on
and then
Kai's thing. Oh my god, that was
you
so
could tell
funny.
he was like, this was not what I wanted this shit to be. Like
I
that's
know he's on
that
the
I was
phone. Drake, put that like pull that fucking song right now.
yeah, please, please. Also, J Dot on the super
Oh
chat,
shit, I didn't even see.
dropping the
Thank you, J Dot.
4.99. All that smoke on a Daft Punk beat. Yeah, man, that was
True.
really really surprising. I was like, wait, I know this fucking song, which, you know, I know is kind of like the trend nowadays is like,
Thank you, J Dot.
let's take a great song and then just use the like,
Yeah,
you know, mess around with the chorus a little bit. But yeah, no. So going into the album,
yeah. What initial
uh,
thoughts off the bat? First reactions.
initial
Is
thoughts.
this album good? Where does it lead? Where does it leave itself in the entire line of Drake albums from a Drake, or I guess a former Drake connoisseur, from a
Yeah,
former
someone who
Drake
is
dick writer? Uh,
all right, all right. No, you did not need to put that image in the viewers' heads.
all right, all right. He hopped off that thing a while
Nope,
ago.
nope,
All
nope,
right, all
nope.
right.
We
Do
are
your thing, Cesco. All right.
this is gonna be the hardest album review that to do because that's just gonna be stuck in my head all day.
Okay.
Anyways, that lyric, not the image of. Never mind.
Oh yeah.
This this album. So I am someone who has recently fallen out of love with Drake,
Mm.
and I found this album. It was good. It's good music. Like that. If I had to describe it in two words, it's you know just good music. Like nothing more, nothing less.
Okay.
You get and there was something that you said which I kind of thought I was thinking about this past week. It was like you said the second half of the album is much better, like 1,000 times better than the first half. And what I took away from that was, and I agree, is that I felt like the first half of the album was just like fan pleasing
Yeah.
moments. You know, it's like, all right, let's get Drake on the super hard 21 Savage records. And then if you notice towards the second half is where you start to see like actual song making, you know,
Mm.
like you start to see Drake getting this in his melodic bag, then you got 21 Savage getting the ad libs, and you start having the fun little moments. But the first album or the first half of the album is for like is for like the Los Pollos, you know,
Okay.
you know, for the Drake academics, you know, for the
Oh,
Drake
okay.
Dick writers that are like, yo, I want rapping Drake back, man. I need. So with that said, like, does he do what he used to do? Mm, what
It's
do you,
it's not. I don't want to jump in on what your thought is.
Mhm.
But to me, it's like he's trying so. It's like he's trying so hard. Not like he's like a try hard, but it's like it's almost there. You know, it's almost his bars are almost as poignant, almost as hard hitting as if you're reading this.
Yeah,
You know, nothing
yeah.
was the same. Even views. You know, like it's like I think now so yeah, the second half of the album much better. There's more interesting instrumentals, more memorable lines. Majority of my likes from this album are from the second half. I was actually really off put by the first song, the Rich Flex, not from the line,
Mhm.
but from well, kind of from the line, low key, because I thought it's like the first time we're hearing Drake on this album, and he's not saying anything. He's just like hyping up 21 so that we can wait for Drake's part to be done so we can hear 21 Savage. Like, where's the back and forth? You know, like I think the perfect collab track with Drake, honestly, to me, is Sicko Mode. I think Travis Scott like meshed both of them, both of their voices, both of their rap styles perfectly. Especially with like the beat switches and shit like that. But when he's
Yeah.
doing over there, like, yeah, hey, 21, come on, 21, do your thing, 21. He's not saying anything, bro. Like, might as well just have 21 Savage rapping over that part. Like, so that really threw me off.
Mhm.
But what really threw me off was the lack of 21 for
Yeah.
the rest of the album. I think some crazy ass fucking Drake, or maybe it was 21 Savage fan, but someone did like a chart, and it was like a pie chart, and like it was 60% Drake, like 40% 21, and this is supposed to be a collab album. And I know this kind of happened the same thing with this happened a similar thing happened with the Drake and Future album collab, where it was a little bit lopsided. But 21 can hold an entire album easily, like utilize them a little more, I think. It kind of
Yeah.
sucked, like it wasn't even that like 21 didn't get songs. He was on the songs, but as is like a supporting
It's
character,
like ad lib. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
just providing he was like just like, yeah, literally just a supporting character. And
Yeah.
what sucks about that is I know 21 Savage has music taste beyond just hip hop and rap. Like
Right.
like there's Instagram videos, like viral Instagram videos of him like just singing like at the top of his lungs to like old like Anita Baker
Right.
and like old school R&B. So I would have loved to have seen him, you know, like mess around in Drake's world of like the melodic stuff and like the R&B stuff. Like like I would have liked to see what a 21 Savage begging on your knees
Right.
like R&B record, like a slow jam song. What would a
He can do
21 Savage slow jams record sound like?
right, and he can do it, man.
You
I
know?
mean, on his last album, or maybe I'm not sure it was his last album, but maybe the one before that. Um, I don't know what it was. It was the one with the knife or whatever. But he has like
Oh,
a
Knife
whole
Talk. Yeah.
yeah, he has a whole song like dedicated to his mom, and like it's very heartfelt, very endearing. So he can do that stuff. But it did feel a little bit. I was missing 21, by the second half of the album. Um, but I do want to say the instrumentals on this album have been some of the best beats, best instrumentals of a Drake project in a long time. I want to exclude Honestly Nevermind because that's a completely different genre. But of his hip hop rap albums, I haven't like enjoyed his beats as much as this album, which I think says a lot. I think that was one major reason that CLB was such a sleeper album for me, because it was
Sleeper as in
yeah,
like put you to
like it put
sleep,
me to
not
sleep.
sleeper.
Not
Yeah.
underrated, but
Yeah.
as in a boring ass album, because it was the same, just underwater
Scorpion.
trap. Yeah, just Scorpion again. Just again and again and again. So this one actually felt a little more intentional, or at least he let the producers kind of do a little bit more experimentation, talking about that Daft Punk flip, which is kind of crazy. Um,
Yeah.
Also, there's
Which
like, oh, sorry, what were you saying?
no, no, no. Go
I
ahead.
was just gonna
I got
say
some this
I was just gonna say that
after
there
you.
were a lot of beat switches on this, and I want to talk about that. Some of them were good, some of them were bad. Not bad, but kind of gimmicky. But
Yeah.
I will say that the beats kept my attention. So
Yeah,
that's
that's
one thing.
actually what I wanted to get into. What were the beat switches?
Hmm.
Was it like overwhelming at some points? Because I personally was like, yeah, at a certain point I was like, oh, I get it. This is just for the appeal of a beat switch. Like he literally, it feels like maybe this is just a cynic in me again.
Mm.
I'm an ex Drake fan, but I can feel him being like, yo, the Instagram hip hop heads are gonna love
Yeah.
this beat switch. Like they're gonna, those like top 10 beat switches on records. Like I don't know, like it feels very like even that something like that, something that's typically like why do people do a beat switch? It's because they want to switch the vibe and talk about something else and like shift the whole mood. But something as like pure as that,
Mm.
typically feels manufactured and
Yeah.
disingenuous. Like it feels like he's just doing it for the on the basis of just having a beat switch,
Right.
having 20 beat switches.
Right.
So like
It's
at one point he has like 4 beat switches on a single record. So it's like, you know,
when I see that, it just means that you didn't have enough to complete one track. You needed to bring in a bunch of different things to make one cohesive thing. And in that sense, that's completely negating why you even do a beat switch like to begin with. That's the first half, the second half, and there's a reason for that because there's two different vibes you're going for. You can do it narratively, like look at Knights, look at Pyramids. There's very very specific narrative reasons why Frank did those beat switches, and then you look at Sicko Mode, which is the most notorious beat switch of all time, with not of all time, but in terms of Drake, on being on one, like that made sense because it transitioned from Drake to whatever. But when it's just every other track, or if it's four on the same track, it's just like how many times can you go oh and then a new beat you're like oh okay like it's just that reaction over and over again and it's kind of like you said it's manufactured in my
yeah,
opinion and it's kind of lazy it's just like it's definitely lazy. It sounds uninterested. He's uninterested in his own music to make one cohesive song again. It's just like oh people like beat switches, let me put a beat switch on like
yeah, yeah. And do I want to get into my profound
do
thought
it.
about so going on like my whole point last week about her loss was like, oh, I'm not a fan of Drake now, and I've kind of seen through like the mirage of it,
Yeah.
and I'm kind of like, so pardon me for kind of wanting to pick apart a little bit of why I'm kind of like falling out of love. This is therapy for me basically. But to me, another thing that I've kind of realized about Drake, and I'm sure a lot of people made this realization too, is that like he really isn't an artist anymore. Like he really,
Mm.
because I think an artist like the purest definition of an artist to me is you know someone who does what they want and expresses themselves in certain ways. And I feel like I did not get any sense of expression or like I didn't learn
Yeah.
anything
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
Drake, in this album. And not that I'm not saying like, I need him to tell some intimate story about fatherhood or whatever,
Right.
or a loved one, a relationship, like, but I do want to like see like okay there's been time between this project and the last project, honestly never mind. What have you learned from honestly never mind that you want to take into her loss? But honestly you could take this album, her loss, and put it anywhere in Drake's discography,
Yeah.
like in time, any point in time, and be like, here it is, and it would make sense, like it didn't really feel, it just felt like Drake doing this thing again, which is, the whole point of that whole culture vulture argument that's kind of gone against Drake is like
Mm.
he just jumps into different genres and then just does it his version of it. So,
Yeah,
um,
yeah,
and
yeah. I
and
see Snow Child. Also, hello Snow Child. I don't know if I've ever seen you in our chat or in our live before. Correct me if I'm
yeah,
wrong, but welcome. But you've been having a lot of really good takes in the chat. But you're saying that on your same point, they say that it's a very in the moment Drake album. There's no progression really. And to
yeah,
continue off your point, I think that was my other main takeaway from this album is that I honestly I don't really care what Drake raps about anymore. Like I think that was the biggest disconnect when it came from me trying to connect with this album, trying to get behind whatever they're saying, trying to feel something that I can relate to. Drake is so rich. Drake is so successful. He's such at a high level that like no one can relate to him anymore. And that's what he used to. That's what he based all of his prior albums on. Take Care, So Far Gone. It was about that chase, the heartbreak, the struggle
Yeah.
of being the nice guy. It's just, the whatever, however you want to spin it as corny or whatever. That was his audience, people who felt jaded, in that way and had those struggles themselves. When now, like, he literally says in one of the songs, like, they say more money, more problems, bring on the motherfucking problems. I'm like, that's the problem you had, like, that's the struggle, the more money, more problem, like, so there's just such a disconnect from it. It's just like, what am I supposed to be cheering you on for, bro? Like, oh great, like, take the air Drake, taking it to New York, gamble away $4 million. Oh, we'll take it. Now I'm on my way back to Atlanta. Like, this lifestyle, like, I think it's just Drake is making music for people who want and project, rather than like people who want to relate anymore. And that, I think, is where the main disconnect with Drake has been for the majority of his diehard fans, where now it's just, yeah, it's just different. It's not, he's not the same Drake. You could say the same thing with Kanye too. I mean, what is that dude rapping about? What is that dude talking about? It's just, these people are so far gone, pun intended, that it's just making the music not worth listening to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. And I think I think back on some other rappers that have gotten really big and how they've progressed. I think and let's go straight to the top. Let's talk about Jay-Z.
Hmm.
What did
Hmm.
he do once he got on? He used his music to put so many gems and so much advice in
Right.
there in his music, and that became the main appeal of him, is that he's gonna give you these party records, straight to the Izzo,
Right.
Hard Knock Life, all that stuff. But also, if you listen to the whole album, you're gonna get a bunch of cuts that are, you know, talking about building and black-owned businesses and how
Let's
investing
not
your
forget
money and
the
all that
let's not
stuff.
forget the let's not forget the cheating allegation cuts. The
Oh yeah, and then if you go
Beyonce,
to
yeah.
I was talking more like Jay-Z before his retirement, because
Okay,
he's kind of
okay.
like semi-retired now. But then yeah,
Yeah.
you go to 444,
Yeah.
and he had a lot of shit on his chest
Right.
to talk about. So
And that was
obviously,
personal, That's at least
yeah,
something.
yeah, and I think that's the main thing. That's why we kind of talked about it a little bit last week. Is that Drake really should take a break from music and go live some life and go have
Humble
something to talk
yourself.
about.
Yeah.
Like, we don't really care about maybe the Instagram 13-year-old Instagram people
Right.
care about it, but we don't really, you can only rap about your plane and your cars and all that stuff so
Exactly.
many times until and it's cool Instagram cap. You know what? That's the main appeal of Drake now, is like just for the Instagram captions. I
Yeah.
think like
Yeah.
I've been seeing it on League Fits
So
and
many Instagram
that.
captions. And they're
Um,
fire. They're fire IG
they're
captions. I will say
fire.
he's mastered the art of the IG caption. I
Imagine
cannot
that
lie.
with like substance. Imagine that with
Yeah.
like something to give us, from Instagram caption to Instagram caption bar, give
Mhm.
us like some
Mhm.
sort of substance. And again, not substance in like the pretentious way that you guys probably think we're talking about. Like, we're not talking about like some intimate, crazy story, but just give us some kind of advice, some gem. Like, that's
Some
one thing
angle,
that,
some personality on something, Not,
yeah,
anyway, he's kind of like, I think what this album showed me the most is Drake has not grown at all, Ever, I
yeah,
think he reached, whatever, I think maybe it was Scorpion. I don't think he's grown since then, in terms of him as a person, his lifestyle, what he thinks about life, what he does, and
yeah.
how he navigates his everyday life. He hasn't really changed. I really thought that fatherhood would change that would change him. But bro had to be bullied and diss tracked into being a father. So like I really didn't think I guess I shouldn't have expected much, but yeah, it's just
I mean, then again,
no,
he literally brought his whole son onto the stage to accept like the artist of the decade. He had him
yeah,
hugging him. So like that feels weird now, because I'm like, oh, you're now, as a father, you're gonna be taking shots at Meg The Stallion. What do you think about that,
right.
Barbara? About that whole
Yeah.
ordeal?
So yeah, what song was that in? I think it was over the Daft Punk song, right? Where
It
he
was,
took a
yeah.
shot
Circle
at
Lolo. Yeah.
Chico Loco. One of my favorite tracks on the album, just from a beat and just the whole concept of it. But that I'm sure you guys have heard, like, there was some allegations, or like, not allegations, but he took some shots at both Ice Spice and Meg The Stallion. And there are some people out there like Lil Yachty and other people who were involved in the album who are uh, denying that, saying that he's talking about, when they say shots, they're talking about butt shots, they're talking about BBL, female
Hmm.
rappers. I'm like, no, like you can tell what he's talking about, bro. Like
Yeah,
it's pretty obvious.
I have some of the bars here if you'd like me to just, some context here.
Okay.
So the Ice bar, he said, shot is she a 10, but she would sound better on mute. She had some bars for Serena Williams. She said, sidebar,
Serena
Serena,
Williams.
husband a groupie. He claimed we don't got a problem, but nah, boo, it's like you coming for sushi. And then on Circle Loco, he had bars for Kanye West and Meg Thee Stallion. He said about Kanye, linking with the ops, bitch, I did that for Jay Prince, bitch, I did that for the mob ties.
Hmm.
And then last but not least, the Meg Thee Stallion, which you've probably seen all over social media.
Yeah.
He says this bitch lying about getting shots, but she's still a stallion. She don't even get the joke, but she's still smiling.
Hmm.
So yeah, there you go. Just some context.
Pretty obvious. Bro says Stallion in the line. Like it's
No,
anyway.
he's smart. He's smart enough to know what
Yeah.
that would imply. Yeah.
But it's like, bro, are we still talking about the Tory Lanez and Meg The Stallion thing to this day? When did this happen? How many years ago? Like, was it last year?
Year
2020?
and a half
It's
ago,
old
2 years
news,
ago.
bro. It's old news. Leave this poor woman alone. Like, you got shot in the
Mhm.
foot, okay? You can't deny that. Um, I don't know. It's just Drake is really immature. It's pretty
Yeah.
obvious.
Because now what's the conversation? Now you got it's either her or him. Now it's,
Yeah.
oh, no, Meg Thee Stallion's lying. You don't know what you're talking about. Or it's, no, Drake is, doesn't know what he's talking about. He's immature. Yeah. And then now it's like a whole conflict. Now your whole album, instead of appreciating the music,
Right.
it's the moment.
Right. Right.
So,
Yeah.
and
That
that,
plagues the whole album too. And
yeah,
that's, yeah,
yeah.
I think that's another thing about the album is that I don't know why Drake was prompted or was tipped off enough to make so many shots at so many people for no reason. For no reason. Like he was just,
Yeah.
oh, let me just talk shit on the mic. Like I think that really shows like his inability to create bars anymore. If I'm being truly honest, like it's really easy to write a hater bar. Very easy. It's some of the easiest shit. That's why diss tracks, they're so easy because you just talk shit and it's easy. So it's just like he really doesn't have much to say, and so he's like, well, let me just talk about other people. It's really the lowest form of rap, in my opinion, of rhyming, of like the artistry of rap. And it sucks because then now you're bringing down all these people. What did Serena Williams' husband do, bro? Like, did you shoot your shot at Serena Williams and he got in the
He,
way, or
he shot
like,
a shout out to Serena Williams for being a good husband. Yo,
yeah,
he's
like,
like, man, what you doing? Like he's imagine he just says like, I love you to her, and he's like, man, what are you doing being a groupie, man? Like at his wedding, yo,
yeah,
you're a
yeah,
groupie.
yeah.
Like
He's
what
like,
are you doing?
it's like the world championship tennis match. Serena Williams' husband's like, let's go. He's like, let's do dick riding for real, bro. Like, I would never treat you like that.
Oh my god, that's
And he
such
wouldn't.
bullshit.
And he wouldn't.
See, you know what? That is this album was written like with like Twitter logic
Yeah,
because you got all
literally.
the little like Drake stands and the Twitter like anime avies are all
Yeah,
like they're all the ones that are big fans of this album because of all the reasons that we just said because
yeah.
it's immature because it enables like this
Just
kind of
haters.
kind of vibe and like I wouldn't mind some hater vibes in an album. I think that
Hmm.
it can feed into certain uh
If done
to a
right.
vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. It can feed into the vibe of an album if done right. And I feel like there just was nothing really about this album that hinted, you talked about growth, about Drake's growth. And I feel like he has grown into almost like the villain almost. Like he is instead, you go on So Far Gone, listen to So Far Gone, and you see someone who's very appreciative of the moment, who all that stuff. You go to you're reading this is too late. You
Mm.
still see that there, like that same kid, and but he's getting famous now. But here is just like a whole nother person, man. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, he's just uninspired, and it's funny because that's actually what he dissed Kendrick about on way back when. And if you're reading
Really?
this too late on the language, or no, not if you're reading this too late. That was nothing was
Oh,
the
nothing
same.
was the same.
Yeah, he goes like, what was it? Like something something your shit is not that inspiring. Like
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I don't know, man. It's
Which is funny because Kendrick has one of the most iconic and honestly best like hater track of it like in a long time. And it wasn't even his track. It was a feature on a Big Sean song way back in 2013, I think. And I forget the name of the song, but it's an
control.
yeah, Control, an iconic like culture shifting verse where he calls out Diddy, he calls out Hove, he calls out 50 Cent, he calls out all these people, not to say like, oh, you suck, but saying like, in this game of rap, like I'm competitive, like I'm coming for the top. You guys, everybody better step their game up, uh, or else I'm gonna take your spot. So that is a
Yeah.
good example of a hater track because that's like, oh shit, that gets people riled up. That's what hip hop is about. Taking shots at a woman who got shot in the foot. What are you doing? Like, leave Meg Thee
Yeah.
Stallion alone.
Yeah.
She's unproblematic. She's the victim to so much ridicule all the time, and she does nothing but put out bops. So like, let's keep it chill. D-Mine, what is your hot take trying to say? Because I is Drake rapping career over if he doesn't take advantage of grounded his albums? Don't know what that
Yeah.
means. So
Yeah,
proofread before
real
you
quick,
spam
and
our
then
chat.
yeah, and then we'll acknowledge that
Yeah.
for sure. But yeah, no, yeah, and Snowchild says, which by the way, Snowchild said they're there from the Steve Lacy video, which thank
Mm,
you for coming through. Happy for you to be here.
thank
Thank you
you.
for coming through. He says that lyric is gonna age really poorly, possibly once the trial is done.
Mm,
Yeah, man,
right.
that's another thing is like art,
I know.
to a
Yeah.
certain extent stands the test of time because it's just your thoughts in that in that space in that time, so you can regardless of like think of like Gone with the Wind, that
Mm-hmm.
movie is doesn't age well, but you got to take it in its context or whatever. You go to this album and it could potentially age poorly like as
Mm.
soon as next month or whenever the trial continues and
Yeah.
the new
That's
trial.
why. Yeah. If I was a recording artist, I would just avoid talking about anything topical unless what I say can be applied to like in the
Unless
future.
it's like a lesson. Like I
Yeah.
think of like Jay-Z back to 444. He goes like something that he goes like you don't want to pull an Eric Benet, gonna let a bad girl
Right.
run away. Like he's talking about infidelity, about cheating
Yeah.
on his
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
And Eric Benet obviously let Halle Berry, he cheated on Halle Berry.
Mm-hmm.
That's a cool topical reference because it's like, oh, I see the lesson you're trying to teach me from that.
Right.
But
Right. Right.
what is the point of taking shots at Meg Thee
Right.
Stallion?
I already
Just for a
knew.
fun
I
thing?
already knew that Ice Spice was a 10 and her shit was better on mute. I already knew that without having to hear it from Drake. Okay, you don't have to tell me that. Also, you signed her, like co-signed her. So like, what? This man's a menace. That's what I've learned. And this cover got
Yeah.
nothing to do with any of what we're talking about. So it's just even more confusing. This album's confusing to me, if I'm being honest. Now
Yeah.
that I'm really thinking about it. But there's some cool
Yeah.
tracks for sure. It's all right.
Yeah.
Some good 21 Savage moments for sure. They've got some. Drake got some wild bars on this though. Just in general,
Yeah.
just he said he's looking. What was that one bar? Looking for a demon to slurp my kids up or something. Come on, let's
As you
let's
have
be
a
fucking
kid.
for real, okay?
I don't know.
That is. Are you 17 years? Okay, whatever. We've talked about it.
No.
Her loss.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Her loss. What would you? We've done a good job of rating the albums that are good, but what would you rate this album, which we kind of seem to have very
Yeah.
mixed feelings?
What would I rate her loss? I mean, I can't even compare. I will always say that if you're reading this is too late. My favorite Drake album. Under that is Nothing Was the Same. Under that is Take Care. it's leaps and bounds worse than those. But in terms of looking at what he's released the past 3-4 years, looking back at CLB, at Honestly Nevermind, at
Mhm.
More Life, Scorpion, Views, it's like I feel like it fits, and like all like the take care, like the care packages and stuff like that, and Dark Lane demo tapes. It's like around that era for
Mhm.
me. Dark Lane demo tapes where he is rapping. There's difference. The production's better. Um, there's some kind of concept there, but it still isn't better than those records. Um,
Yeah.
I I think it's better than Certified Lover Boy. I'm not really trying to compare it to Honestly Nevermind. That's a different type of album.
Yeah.
But if I were to rate it out of 10, probably a four, probably a 4 out of 10. And the reason why it's not any higher, or the reason why it is that high, honestly, is because of 21 Savage. And if
Mhm.
I'm rating this just on 21 Savage's part, I'd probably give him a 6. I've had much better listening experiences to other solo projects by 21, other features, other singles. Like he's had way bigger hits
I want to see
than.
the J. Cole 21 Savage collab album. That's the
Okay.
collab album I
Hey, yeah,
want.
yeah, yeah. That would be actually kind of fire. That would be fire.
Yeah.
Someone brought up, I think they were like, if they had. Oh no, it was 21 Savage was saying that he could out rap anyone in his XSL freshman class. And
Ooh.
people were like, "Oh, Drake's into your head." But then someone brought up like, "Hey, 21 versus Lil Uzi though might be a pretty good matchup." You know, I th-
Yeah, that
I
would.
I think he's not. I think Denzel Curry is smoking him easily. Um, but
I
yeah, I don't
gotta
know.
look
What
at
do
the.
y'all think about that?
Yeah, I gotta look at the lineup, but
It was like Lil
I also.
Uzi, yeah, like Lil Uzi, 21 Savage. I think like Designer was
Yo,
on
is he?
that.
I was just gonna say, is
Kodak
he out
Black.
rapping? Is he out rapping Designer? I got the bros in Atlanta.
Yeah, yeah. Let me defeat the feather. Yeah.
Yo, Timmy Turner.
Turner,
Oh my
tell me
god, I
this for
can't
the
believe that.
burner. Yo, that song goes so dummy hard for no, and he's
Yeah.
saying the same thing over and over. He's like
Oh
1738. You know.
my. Yo,
Shout
we
out
need Fetty
Designer.
Wap. Also,
That's Fetty
also,
Wap.
yeah. Shout out Fetty Wap
Shout
as
out Fetty
well.
Wap. Shout out
Uh,
Designer.
Also, I 21 or not 21. Anderson .Paak is in there. 2016. You
What?
know, rapping
Really?
is its own thing. Yeah, yeah, he's on there, and I don't. The rapping would be interesting. He would have some clever bars in there,
Yeah.
but I don't know. He's a more well-rounded artist. He doesn't just stick to rapping, so he's kind of in his own lane.
Right.
I'm trying to see, is there anyone else? G Herbo, Lil Yachty, Kodak,
Lil Yachty's on there.
and
Yeah.
then
It'd be a good
21.
lineup.
It would be two very opposite energies. Like it'd be
Yeah.
21 Savage with this like laid back
It's
vibe,
like
and then
one,
and
like
then
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then Lil Uzi's just like, whoa. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. Lowe's is just doing that thing where
Yeah.
he just like he doesn't breathe. Like what you see Baby Keem do nowadays
Mm.
on like Family Ties and all that stuff. So no, okay, that's a interesting
Okay.
interesting.
Before we get
Yeah,
into your rating, let me just answer. Okay. D mine hot take slash topic. Will Drake fall off if he doesn't ground his next project with creating a new sound or making something better? Then will he fall off? Yes. I don't know. I mean,
I,
he's not falling off, bro. Like Drake, even if he
Drake is
doesn't make any music, he's fine. His music, people stream his music all the time. He's got like 50
mhm.
million monthly listeners. Like consistently, he has like tens of millions of monthly listeners. He's not falling off anytime soon. So yeah, that's
Right.
all I have to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, he'll never fall off, but I think there is some sort of threshold that we're approaching in terms of
Yeah,
like how many more of these
yeah.
kind of
Every
monotonous
every year,
projects
bro. Every year we need one.
here
Yeah.
multiple times a year. I mean, honestly, Nevermind was kind of a shift,
Mhm.
but the in terms of his performance on it was very much the same.
Mhm.
And then we're going into, Her Loss and all that stuff. So I'm thinking if we have one more year of just this, like even on not I'm not just talking about his albums, but also talking about on features,
Right.
on on singles, all that stuff. If it's just more of the same, I think he's gonna start losing uh a little bit of I don't know. You could say he's already lost respect from like the like real music heads or
Yeah.
whatever, like
Yeah.
who are not just there for the moment. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. There was someone that said in the comments, and I'm gonna find it in the chat somewhere. Darren, he said, "Does anyone else think Drake's singing has gotten worse too?" And that is something I found on my
Mm.
first reaction on the album was like he would try to hit some notes, and it's like, oh, he kind of missed on that one, or his
Oh.
voice cracked, or
Hmm.
I kind of noticed something, and yeah, you'd think that, Drake, he is heralded as this person that kind of popularized like the hybrid of R&B and rap. Like, why hasn't he leaned towards R&B a little bit more? And also like
Right.
why hasn't he gotten better in that aspect? Like so yeah, I also noticed that too, Darren. You're not crazy. And with that said,
No, yeah,
going
I
into
definitely agree with that. Okay, let's
yeah,
go into your rating. Let's go into your rating.
yeah,
Reminder, I gave it a 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10.
It's
Um,
it's it's okay. It's not. It's below
yeah,
mid for sure. As mid as in like, oh, middle ground average. It's below average. But it's
yeah.
not like awful. I think I gave CLB like a 1 or something. I don't remember. Someone go back and quote me, but it's not
Yeah.
as good. But yeah, what do you? For context, that's my rating. Go ahead, Cesco.
I will go ahead and give it right in the middle. I'm gonna give it a 5. I'm low key leaning 4.95, we'll
Okay,
say,
okay.
because
What is the point five?
so I'm gonna give it I'm gonna take it as high as I did because if you put it on in the background, it's gonna work. Like it
Yeah,
works. Like it hits. Like you're gonna find some songs that you're like, ooh, all that stuff. You're gonna do the nasty face
yeah,
but as an album, reviewing it as an album, as a piece of work, um it just kind of is everything that I hate about media and like everything about what music is nowadays. Like it's kind of just all of that, so yeah. And also keep in mind that I'm kind of falling out of love with Drake. I'm not really I'm very cynical when it comes to him, so
right.
I'm all this stuff is with a grain of salt, but with a couple grains of salt. But yeah, no, it's gonna give it a solid 4.95. If you want to
Okay.
round it up, it's up to you. It's your prerogative, but just wasn't really impressed with the album making,
Mm.
but I was impressed with just like the sounds it made. So if that kind of,
Yes.
I don't know of how that works, but yeah,
Yeah,
that's
totally. Yeah. Like Snowchild. Thank you, Snowchild, for all your like uh, opinions here, because yeah, I'm very much on the same page. Saying that
yeah,
this will leave my rotation rather quickly. It left my
yeah.
rotation the night of listening.
I haven't gone
Actually,
back.
I listened to it one more time, on my way to work, and then I got it. There's really not much to it. I'm like, yep. So like, if I really want to put it on for some reason, it's got to be like at a party or something, and I don't know what song to put on before I put on another song that I actually want, and I need a song to like ride out the beat before it's just got to be one of
Yeah,
those. It's a filler. It's a filler. But it's not bad. It's not a bad filler. But like we said before, 21 Savage is the safest bet you can ever go with. So making a collab album with him, it's kind of like you're destined to do something that has something. It's not. It's still still this album is the bare minimum.
yeah. And there was something Matthew David. Hello again.
Hello, sir.
One of the homies. Um, he says, yeah, this is why Kendrick Lamar is the GOAT because he takes years off to give us his best. Um, I remember seeing a lot. The conversation on Twitter was like, should we take points off Kendrick for taking years off to think of bars? Because like, that means that he doesn't have it like that. Like he doesn't. Whereas Drake, like he can just come up with bars like that. Just like on the dot about whatever, especially in volume or so. And all that to say, like. No,
Mm-hmm.
we should start taking points off for dropping too much, and now it's the
Oh yeah,
quality has suffered.
yeah.
Like I really don't want to hear that argument of like, oh, Kendrick takes years off. That's
Mm-hmm.
why he has because yeah, that's the point
Mm.
of artists to say something with it.
Yeah,
So
yeah. That's also true.
you know,
But at
uh,
least it's he comes back with something, you know. He makes an
um,
epiphany about something, and we learn from it, you know.
yeah,
I didn't learn anything from this. I learned things I didn't want to learn about. So thanks, Drake.
yeah,
But yeah, okay, that's enough of the Her Loss talk. I'm done looking at that album cover.
please,
Yeah, thank you for all of your very insightful input, everyone.
yeah,
We're trying to get to all your
really good.
comments as fast as possible.
Mm-hmm. Uh, yeah. Also, I still don't know how the D-Mind thing works. Is that two different people? They're having like conversations with each other. So
Yeah,
I'm.
D-Mine's on like two different computers typing away. You know, he's going
Hey,
double crazy in the chat.
I
Clearly.
love it. I love it.
Um,
And also,
yeah.
I personally don't mind spamming the chat as long as you end up stopping at some point. Like if you really have a question you want us to talk about and you want to just and you really really need us to talk about it, then go ahead. That's I don't know. How do you feel about that?
If
I'm kind of
I'd
cool with it.
rather I'd rather you not spam the chat because I know other people have really great things to say. So that I don't want to lose anyone else's thing. If you have something that you're dying that much for us to know, just send it a little super chat, and then we'll see it, and it'll pop up, and we'll have to talk about it. So yeah,
Yeah.
let's try to keep
Give
the chat clean.
yeah.
We'll not like I don't care if you swear in it or like, but just in terms of like the flow of it. That's all I
Yeah,
ask.
yeah. Yeah. Maybe like post it and then if we don't get to it, maybe post it again like after that. Don't just give us like 5, 7, 10 in a row. Like,
It's
we'll get
okay.
to it eventually. But
Um,
yeah, no.
yeah.
You're good. You're good, man. You're good.
For sure. Okay, what next? I know we got a couple things.
Oh, yeah. Also, yeah, Atlanta drops tonight. That's crazy.
Down in
So
Atlanta. Yeah.
yeah. Um, Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend decided to come out of hiding for a little bit. Hold on.
Oh, y'all see that? Hey, look out! Oh,
Oh,
oh, oh
ah,
shit! Ah, oh,
ah, man.
that jump scare though.
Whew, that was
Holy
crazy.
shit! Just diving into the weekly weekend update like that, you
I
know.
love it. Yeah, so there
Um,
we go. We are here, the award winning, critically acclaimed segment, the weekly weekend update,
critically
presented
acclaimed.
by presented by insert ad sponsor here.
Presented by
Uh,
um Christian Mingle, or presented by Blue
out
Apron.
of all the things we could have sponsored by Christian Mingle.
Christian Mingle. Yeah.
The-
Presented by
Listen.
eHarmony.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Allstate.
Ooh, okay. I'll take that. Allstate,
For sure.
aggressive, some
You know, you're in
geek.
good hands.
You are in very good hands.
Mm.
I don't know what that means. The Weeknd decided to come out on Twitter. Happy for him. And then he decided to go ahead and drop this cool Spotify feature, which I was really excited about. I saw something like a list
Yeah.
of people, and I was like, how do you even do that? How did you do a list of albums, all that? And then I opened Spotify, and sure
Yeah.
enough, it happened. And
Pretty
no,
fire.
I think it'd be cool for us to present our top five real quick,
Real quick, for sure.
and
I
then
see Jose did
discuss
send
why.
us a super chat. I don't know why super chats aren't popping up in this screen. I think I have to fix that. But thank you, Jose, for the super chat. What did you
We'll get
SZA's
to
new
that.
post got me licking them.
Hey man, and
All right,
Matt
we'll
doesn't seem
visit that.
opposed.
We'll visit that, all right? We'll visit that for sure. Don't worry. We'll get to that, Jose. We'll
Yeah,
get to that. We're talking about the weekend right now.
yeah. At least Jose admits it.
Yeah, it's okay.
Right there with you. Uh, so yeah, what your top five was?
Let me bring it up.
Yeah. Are you gonna
Okay.
bring it up on screen or just
Let me
read it
see if
out?
I can. Hold on. Let me hide this for a second. I think I can bring it up on screen. But also, let me know what your guys' top five. If you know what we're talking about, we're talking about the Spotify top. They came out with a little like feature where it shows every project by the weekend, and you get to rank them. What I thought was cool is that you got to rank like the the EP or the like trilogy, but not as just trilogy, as like an
Individually.
individual. albums, which I thought was cool because I was like, oh, like I've never pinned like House of Balloons versus like Dawn FM. It's just so. But I thought that was really cool. I like that they did that.
Yeah, I love that. And no need to apologize, Jose. I'm I'm a victim as well of that. Um, so yeah, I mean I'll just read mine out real quick
For
since
sure. I'm
so
bringing mine up.
yeah, as you can see here,
Okay, so yeah, go ahead, Cesco. What here?
like
Talk about your top five. Let's see. That's oh.
that was my Instagram story. Promote the stream. But yeah, there you go. I'm just gonna read it out because you don't.
For sure.
This is just gonna be unproductive. Um, so top number one, no, number five was Thursday. Number four was House of Balloons. Number three was After Hours.
Hmm.
Number two was Kissland. Number one was Dawn FM.
Hmm.
Um, what
Number one.
stuck out about that? Sorry, I'm like
Oh yeah,
blurring out.
you're.
But what stuck out to you about my top five?
I think it's really cool that I can just. There are, in my opinion, different like weekend fans out there. And I think that's just
Yeah.
a testament to the diversity that he brings to his albums. Hold on, I'm just bringing up my list as well. There we go. But I think there are the classic Weekend fans, like the trilogy truthers, like we talked about, and
Yeah.
they like that sound. And then we have the deep cut, the underrated Kissland fans. You have the pop fans who got on Starboy, and then you have this recent global fans, brought on by After Hours and then by Dawn FM, especially with the tour. But whatever type of Weekend fan you are, definitely changes what this list looks like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Personally, I would say I'm a trilogy truther. Not saying that he hasn't made good music since trilogy, but that's just what the Weeknd is to me, is trilogy and that sound. I think he makes incredible pop music now, the best pop music. Bro is number one on Spotify, most listened to person in the world. But as you can tell by my list, and y'all can tear me to shreds if you want, I don't care. I have After Hours as number one. Beauty Behind the Madness is number two. Echoes of Silence, number three. I know I'm going to ruffle some feathers with that one. Dawn FM is number four. That might make people mad too. And then Kissland is number five. So that was mine. But what struck me the most with yours is that you have Dawn FM and Kissland right next to each other. And I think that just tells me the type of Weekend listener you are, in that you love the concept albums, the albums, the albums that have songs that stand out on their own, that are hard to put in a playlist. But you love the the ultimate storytelling, cohesive narrative Weekend. And that would be Dawn FM and Kissland, or not? Oh yeah, Dawn FM and Kissland. So that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I got the most from your list, which I think is really dope and is a really cool angle to view like the Weeknd's discography in, is like all those narrative cinematic moments that created that were kind of perfected and at its peak, I think, with After Hours and Dawn FM. But for me, I think the peak trilogy sound was created. The peak trilogy sound came from Beauty Behind the Madness, and then peak just Weekend for me is still After Hours. I think that's just like he could have stopped there, and I would have been like that's all I need. But I'm not saying Dawn FM is a bad album by any means. It's technically, and I've said this before on record, that it is the best music he's ever made. But in terms of my favorite projects, this is how it would line up.
Yeah. No. Also, like I think we've let's go ahead and you know with whatever whatever impact our thoughts podcast has with the Weekend fans, let's go ahead and like get past like the whole like policing other people's top five album or top albums, like just because someone like for example, Dawn FM was my number one, it's your number four. I assume that you still think it's a good album. Like it just because it's lower on someone's list doesn't mean they think it's a bad album. They just think they just had a better experience or have a more memorable experience or resonate with something more like, for example, Echoes of Silence or Beauty
Yeah.
Behind the Madness, which that album stands out to me on your list because, that album was the one that had us fall in love with the Weeknd sound and like really kind of took us all the way to like, okay, now we're fans. Like, we went to the concert together and that was amazing. So yeah, no, there's just something, a little note, and I really appreciate
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that whole
I
thing.
okay. I do
Um,
not hate Kissland. I don't know what you're talking about. I love Kissland. This is my top five. I think these are the best five. Like that means I like it.
yeah, no,
But yeah,
then what? Damn, he must really hate like My Dear Melancholy, which by the way, that would have
didn't even
been
make it. Didn't even
my
make it.
number six.
Yeah, that
But
me too. Me too. But it's
yeah,
such a short. It's an EP to me. So
yeah.
I mean, I guess you can say that about the trilogy albums, but they're pretty much
No,
albums. Yeah.
yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, My Dear Melancholy, like there's a reason that it had a comma at the end. I feel like it felt
Right.
like it was like a unfinished sentence.
Yes. Which would be really cool
So
actually if he revisited that low key.
I remember people were like, "Yo, My Dear Melancholy is part of is gonna
Right.
be it." That they're like,
That
"Yo, My Dear
conspiracy was
Melancholy is gonna be
crazy.
the trilogy,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
new
yeah.
trilogy, because it's gonna be My Dear Melancholy, comma, I have something, something, something." It was like some Twitter post that he made that
Yeah.
was very, uh, like they wrote out a whole letter basically, a
Mm-hmm.
whole sentence that would have been the next trilogy. But I don't know, that's
My
cool.
dear melancholy, her loss. Honestly, never mind. I'm a
Oh
certified
my God.
lover boy, but honestly, never mind. It was her loss.
Yeah. If you made a TikTok about saying like I was a certified lover boy, but honestly never mind. You should just go just cool. I want to say it.
Deactivate,
Never mind.
deactivate, please.
Yeah, there you go.
Deactivate your
Deactivate
account.
yourself from life.
Oh
Um,
shit. Okay. Well,
unlive yourself.
yeah.
The but no. Back to the weekend top five. No, I love that he made this like an official thing prompted by Spotify, and like now it's a conversation. Now you see just like randomly
Mm-hmm.
Kissland's trending,
Mm-hmm.
on FM is trending, Beauty Behind. So I love this whole concept, and yeah, no, and I love, and I get, yeah, your list definitely feels like it's like how many, the top three is like how did he evolve trilogy. So I totally get
Yeah.
that, and I really like that. I appreciate that perspective on it. And also, one just random thing, I like the little gradient fade, how it changes depending on
True.
the
Yeah.
album.
Oh yeah. I didn't
So
even notice that. That is pretty fire.
yeah, like mine is, it
Yeah.
goes
Wait. Let me
from
see
like
yours again. Let me see your
yeah,
gradient.
it's like gradient fade. So as you can see, there it
Oh, okay. It's
is,
because it
down at 10.
starts. Yeah.
Then After Hours number three, so
Uh,
it's right in the middle, and then you got the trilogy stuff, or House of Balloons and Thursday.
that's cool. That's
Uh,
cool.
so yeah, I don't know, man. There's only uh like maybe two, three, four artists. There's four artists off the top of my head that I can think of that you could have this debate about, and it's
Right.
genuinely different,
Very different.
varying.
Very different.
Yeah. Oh my God. Um,
Let's read some. I saw a bunch of people put their lists in the chat. If you haven't put your list in the chat, go ahead and we'll look at it. Let's see. Matthew David said mine was number one, House of Balloons. Number two, After Hours. Number three, Dawn FM. Four, Starboy. Five, Echoes of Silence. And you might switch it up with Beauty Behind the Madness. That's a really interesting um, list right there. I like that House of Balloons is your number one. That's pretty cool. I mean, that's just like if you're like I could have done that, but then I would have been too. I didn't want to out myself so much as a trilogy truther. But hey, you did that
oh
fully, so that's okay. I support this list.
yeah.
But yeah, I like how
Cool.
you have um almost all of the albums from trilogy on there, which is pretty
Yeah.
dope. Starboy, I almost put Starboy on mine, but I was like, I don't think so. I think it's not my favorite.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
another one.
Man, yeah, House of Balloons. I mean, that's the fucking introduction of the Weekend character to us all.
Right.
So I mean, phew, that's an incredible pick. Yeah.
Curry says my list was number one, After Hours. Okay. Number two, House of Balloons. Number three, Thursday. Number four, Dawn FM. Number five, Beauty Behind the Madness. Okay, kind of similar to Matthew David, almost. And then D Mine
Yeah.
says After Hours, Dawn FM, Starboy, My Dear Melancholy, Beauty Behind the Madness, and he added
Woo.
a six pick Echoes of Silence. I don't know if that's allowed.
Man, a lot of I know. I just a lot of hits, man. If you look at that lineup and you think of the hits on each of those records, like my God, you know. So no, I yeah, and I really love your point about these top five projects thing. It really tells you a lot about what appeals to each weekend fan. And I almost kind of wish that before every hello cat
I
maybe
know
cameo there.
she just jumped
Um,
up on you.
I love that. But I almost feel like before you interact with any weekend fan, you should be able to their top five projects should pop up on a little screen. So
Right.
that way, before you have a conversation, it's like, oh, okay, so
You
I
should,
see
yeah, give
you
yourself
like
some
pop
context.
records. Oh, okay, you weren't there for the trilogy stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I
no,
will
I
say
just love that.
if Starboy is your number one, I will have a problem. That's all I have to
Oh,
say.
I've seen that on the whoa.
I can't
Oh,
agree with that one. I can't agree with that
someone
one.
posted that on the weekend community.
Really?
That. Ooh.
I might have to
I've
flame them once I get off. Sorry about it.
Jose with the most Jose answer. I have all his sad and horny albums on my top five,
Which is all of them, bro.
which is all of
Yeah.
them. I
So
mean,
like the
yeah.
first
So
five
you
albums he made, like
have to let me know which ones
in
are on
order.
your top five specifically. Yeah, I know. But
For
no, this is
sure.
really cool. I'm really excited about this whole thing. And then and yeah, and I just like that the weekend's back on Twitter talking shit and just like hanging out with us. Like
He's just
uh,
posting stats and idle screenshots. That's all he's doing. He's
oh,
posting.
you didn't see that he was like interacting with people, like
Oh,
he
he
was
was?
responding. He was like responding to people. He was like, they're like, oh, you got to put out the Lesson Zero music videos. You got to get the streams or whatever. And he said, oh, okay. So every angel's terrifying music video it is then.
What?
Like,
Oh my god.
and he's just doing random shit, man. Like it's one of
Wow.
those
I didn't even
days.
see that.
Yeah, it's funny, man. Like just imagining him being like, you know what? Every angel is terrifying music video instead.
The one
You know,
non-song on the whole album. He's
the
like, all
the, the
right, Tale
fan.
by Quincy music video. Like,
Oh my God, yeah, it's literally just like him speaking.
yeah.
But no, it's cool, man. It's cool. I hope he's doing well, and yeah, we'll just see. Anything else for the weekly weekend update you wanted to bring up?
No, we'll see what else he says. But
Yeah,
that's pretty much it. I did enjoy the little Spotify ranking. I've done that before, I think, with the Kendrick projects, which was cool. So, but I like that feature a lot. And yeah, it was cool
yeah,
to see everyone else's rankings. It's all, like you said, all very diverse. Kay
yeah. I
says
can't
House
wait.
of Kay says House of
No, sorry.
Balloons Thursday after hours Kissland Don FM for sure. Yeah, just reading them off.
Yeah, K all on. Yeah, K mentioned because I remember way back when you were like, damn. So Cesco's like the anti-trilogy truther. She said like, "Oh, are you a Don FM stan?" I don't know. I don't know. I guess I personally just appreciate more like how an artist has grown
Yeah.
versus like where the roots is. So I guess I just kind of um that kind of weighs on me more is like, oh, I see where you've
Mm.
come from. So I don't know. It comes off as like sometimes like I'm like hating on the old stuff, but no, I love trilogy. Like so just to clear that up. And
Right.
also
Yeah.
uh
Yeah, Snow Child, bro. Yeah. I think I was just talking about that the other day about how After Hours releasing right at the start of lockdown. It was just so crazy, man. It's just so it really was like it really was his year. Like I feel like he saved us. Like 2020 would have been 10 times worse if After Hours didn't come out. Like he gave us something to look forward to. He brought us all together from the very beginning, teasing us, just the fact that there was a new weekend album dropping during this scary time made us feel all a little bit closer. And then seeing that realized image of him at the Super Bowl in the red suit with House of Balloons playing in the back,
mhm.
that's why After Hours always is my number one, man. Like it was just peak weekend. Peak weekend, just it was just the greatest time to be a weekend fan ever. And I mean, obviously we owe everything to the After Hours era. And you know what? I consider us part of the After Hours era. Like I feel like we had a hand in creating that narrative, getting everyone hyped, which is pretty cool because we were hyped. But yeah, no, I just get so nostalgic. I get like goosebumps thinking about it because I'm like, damn, dude. Hey, I don't even think he knew like that he was gonna have that impact.
Think about the very first live performance of or no, not the first, but one of the first was on SNL. He
Yeah.
performed Lights. He performed Scared to Live, and just think about where we were at that point, where it was like very
Right.
uncertain. We were kind of going into lockdown, and then yeah, and fast forward, and he's in the Super Bowl and all that stuff, and people are out and about and all that. So
Crazy.
it almost like the arc of the After Hours era was the arc of of us of our
Mm-hmm.
lives, and we were all kind of going through it and all trying to figure out and all we had a lot more time to ourselves, so and thinking about our mistakes and all that stuff. So I think that After Hours was like the perfect album to
Yeah.
kind of reflect on all that and to acknowledge some of the mistakes we've made. And then going into Dawn FM now, we're kind of coming out of
Yeah.
our hibernation
Acceptance.
sections, and now we're like, okay, now how do we get better? Because you can reflect and do all that stuff as much as you want, but now how do we get better? So I just love the
Exactly.
fact that Dawn FM and After Hours, there's its own little arc right there, and it's so relevant to nowadays. So yeah, what other artist does this, man?
Right.
So
Right. Yeah.
man, I'm
Have
just
to give always got to give Weekend our flowers.
yeah.
What's up? Okay, thank you. Yeah, shout out D Mine, shouting out Curry, you, me, Kitchen Boy, and his alternate and Snowchild. W stream, amazing thoughts. He said, "Shout out D
All
Mine, D
right,
Mine too. Thanks."
like we're wrapping up. Hey,
Hey,
thank
hey,
you.
we're all got good thoughts around here.
I love
We all
it. Good
have our
vibes.
thoughts.
Good
Good
vibes.
vibes, D
Good vibes.
Mine. Good
Yeah.
vibes.
So that is our weekly weekend update. A very happy one, as you can see. And yeah, let's into this SZA business. Some SZA
Hold
business.
on,
Oh,
I gotta
sorry,
pull
sorry.
it up.
Let's get into some
Oh, hold on. You thought I had it. You thought I was
um
feeling you.
get into some
What is this post? Oh. All right, okay, Jose. You know what?
live
I
reaction.
can't show this on YouTube, but yes. All I gotta say, Cesco, I'm gonna show you this later.
Okay. No, I've already seen it, and thank God I
You
had
been
these
on it.
sunglasses. Why do you think I have these sunglasses on?
Oh, because you're looking, bro.
Whew.
You're staring.
Just it is. I don't even see right now. If my laptop is just all that post.
It's
So
already your background already.
my background, it is what it is, man.
All right.
PSA. That is gonna be on my
Hey, I can't show it. I can't show it. I can't show it. Okay, majority of you are minors. Okay, so you have Instagram. You have Instagram. Go on there and look at
yeah.
it.
Go check it out.
Go
Yeah.
check it out.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't show it. We're gonna get demonetized. We already get flagged on every other fucking stream anyway. But
Mhm. Yeah.
yeah, let me
This is,
I'm just scoping it out. I'm just
okay. I'll fill them in. You do your thing.
for sure, for
Yeah.
sure.
SZA put out a little teaser, uh, promoting the next project, I believe. Titled
Right. We can
PSA.
talk about that. We can talk about that.
Yeah.
No,
We're
kitchen
not gonna talk.
boy. Get your
Oh no.
little horny ass
Boy
out of here,
B.
bro. We can talk about the teaser though. I think I can show that. Here, let me show the teaser, okay?
What?
Y'all leave the rest up to your imagination, okay?
Yeah.
Or you can go on there.
Yeah, y'all got
Okay,
it.
here's
Y'all
the
got it. Y'all got
teaser, y'all. Not to get you too excited.
it.
All right, here we go.
You should go cry about it.
Fire. I don't know how they did that ring. Okay, I think that was it. I don't want to play too much of the song.
Yeah.
Anyway, though, what do you
I
think
mean, I'm
this
gonna let
means,
you have
bro?
the floor,
Oh,
man.
okay,
You're
okay.
you're the SZA fan. To your point, sorry, to your question, rumor has it, yeah, that this is a new album coming out called PSA.
Yeah.
And there, I'll just let you have the floor from there.
Yeah, man. I'm excited. I'm really excited. I'm I really didn't think we were gonna get anything this year.
Wait, is it dropping this year or
I
did
don't
she
know. I mean,
allude
she's
to
kind of
it?
alluding to it. It's we still got
December drop?
December.
Whoa.
I mean, that's when she dropped Good Days. Back in
Oh.
2021 or 2020, 2020, I forget. But that's when Good Days dropped. I remember the same night. It was on Christmas. It was Good Days and Whole Lotta Red. Same night. Very two different vibes. But I was
Wow.
on both of those vibes.
Yeah.
But very interesting. PSA, another three letter album, which is very interesting to me. I'm excited, man. I'm just, I really can't believe it's real. Like, SZA's actually finally dropping. I really was at the point of acceptance where, like, all right, you know what, Jose, I'm gonna have to catch you in 4K for that one, bro. I'm gonna have to pin that. We can't let that slide. All right.
Damn, your phone must be just broken right now if it's that wet. It must just be like static, like sparkling. You know what I mean? If it's wet,
I don't.
broken. The phone. I'm talking about electronics. Any electronic.
Yes.
That's what I'm alluding to.
Yes.
Dude, get your head out the gutter now.
What?
Hey, man.
All right, yeah. All right. What? Okay, let's talk
Yeah,
about
yeah,
the
we gotta
music.
start it on
Separate
each
the
other.
artist from the music real quick.
Wow, they got us turning on each other. Look how they do that, man. That's
We're turning on each other, boys. We must stay strong. We must stay
Gotta
strong. We must stay
remember-
strong. Okay.
nah, man.
We
Fuck
have
it.
to
This is worth
focus.
it, man.
We have
This
to
is worth it.
focus. Okay.
This is-
We gotta
man.
focus. Okay. I'm talking about the album. Let's stay
Sure.
focused, boys. All right. Album's coming
Uh,
at some point. Okay. I don't know
Yeah.
when. Looks like Punch is finally giving her I don't know what it is that they need to drop, but whatever it is, she finally has it and it's dropping, and I'm excited. Very excited from the snippet from the shirt music video. Very excited about this snippet in PSA. I think it's gonna be beautiful. I really hope it lives up to the hype. Control is a timeless album, and I hope she captures that energy. And I know that's a really tough thing to do, but for a sophomore album to come how many years after the first one, it's a lot riding on it. It's a lot
Tough
riding on
time.
it. It's tough.
Sophomore slump is real.
Meanwhile,
Sophomore slump is real. Like them.
hey, thank you, J.
Yeah, I
know. Meanwhile, J. just don't
Drop the quick.
He's like, all right, boys.
Yeah. You got to donate to the cause. you
Yeah,
know?
donating
Jose,
to the cause. Okay, appreciate
guys
you.
unpinned my
Appreciate you.
comment.
No, man, unless you top that one, or unless you, it's gonna take a little bit, for me to forgive that one. But yeah, SZA album. I don't know when it's dropping, but very, very excited for when it finally does. We're gonna be all over that, giving our thoughts, our reactions. I'm just really excited. SZA, one of my favorite artists of all time, for many
Really
reasons. Anyway.
I knew you were going. I really feel like the album cuts are gonna be crazy on this album. Like, obviously, you've got the hit so far. I don't even know if Hit Different. That was so far back. Like, do you even remember
Yeah.
where you were?
I hope none of those singles are on
Hey.
that album.
Yeah.
Like, that would be such a cop out. Like, if Good Days and Hit Different take up 2 spots on this album and it's only like 12 tracks and there's 2 interludes, I'm gonna be pissed. Like,
Yeah.
let's be real, bro. How many years ago did that, like, it's been over a year, almost 2 years since those songs dropped. Like, let's be real. So hopefully, I'm pretty sure Shirt will be on there, but
Whatever that song at the end of the shirt music video, that needs to be on there.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's why I say the album cuts I think are gonna be incredible on that album because
Oh, for sure.
it's gonna be I don't know. I predict like some sort of the narrative is gonna be, oh, is she gonna be the pop star? Is it gonna be SZA? So I think she's gonna try to do a little bit of both.
I think it's gonna
she
be a
had-
little poppy for sure. I
Yeah.
think it's gonna be a
little
little
more
more
pop-
hip hop. A little more hip hop.
Ooh,
In
little
turn,
Lauryn Hill.
like I hope she goes that route, like a Lauryn Hill, kind of that neo soul hip hop influence, would be fire. And at least from like Hit Different, that's a hip hop groovy track. It's it's like perfect R&B. It's just singing over a hip hop beat. So like I can get with that. So yeah, but in terms of like features and stuff, I have no idea. I hope we see some TDE features on there. I hope we see another Kendrick feature on there. That would be fire. I'm sure Doja Cat will be on there. I actually think maybe Summer Walker's on there. People she's collab with. She collab with a lot of people, so they might be making an appearance on the album. But I
also
don't know.
like someone just like crazy, someone that we didn't even see coming. I don't know. That's always to
Right.
me the sign of like, oh shit, like they're for
Oh,
real
oh,
with this
yeah, yeah,
album.
yeah,
Where it's
for
like
real.
they give us an album,
Ed Sheeran.
you know, and Ed
Little
Sheeran,
nav,
DJ.
little nav spot.
Oh
Nav
no, maybe
interlude.
he's like, you know how he had it was SZA's grandma, I think, on the interludes like throughout the whole album. It's like Nav
It's just
coming in.
nav.
That brown boy checking in real quick.
Yeah, yeah.
That was short.
She
It's like a radio station
Yeah.
moderated by Nav.
Oh my god. Yo, whip is a
Yo.
toilet. Yeah.
Your whip is that toilet you're looking like, and then it goes into the next song. Ooh.
Yeah. Hey, different. Hey, different.
Yeah,
We just knew that one was next, bro.
Yeah, I know. We just sharing our celebrity crushes here. Who's your celebrity crush?
My recently, this is really out of left field, but Rachel McAdams in The Time Traveler's Wife.
Yeah. Yeah,
She
very
look-
pretty.
Very bad movie, but she looked fucking great. So that's all I cared about.
Yeah.
That movie's ass. I'm sorry. It makes no sense. I know it's not ass. It's not ass. It's kind of dumb. It's kind of dumb, but like it'll make you cry. So it's a good movie in that sense.
Yeah. Huh, that's a good answer. Curry says Shakira, solid.
Wow.
Solid.
Ever since I was a young man.
Ever since a young man.
Yeah. D-Mite says Dua Lipa, Bae. Okay, gotta get that out there. Rihanna, Emma Watson for sure. Elizabeth Olsen,
Yeah.
Olsen twin. Okay. Oh no, Elizabeth
Yeah.
Olsen.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
There you go, Jose SZA. Yeah, there you go. So
I
know
mean,
you
I was
know,
gonna
yeah.
say SZA. It's just obvious, bro. I mean, you saw how I reacted. But like, I thought Rachel McAdams was a little bit of a left field. I don't know, Alexa Demi. I think she's pretty cool.
Yeah, she's apparently a Weekend fan. Do you think Alexa
Really?
Demi has seen our video?
No, I feel like she's
Come on.
chronically offline. She does.
Like you four people, they're just like on their phones during set. And they're
Oh,
watching,
that's true,
Like,
okay.
Like sometimes we watch like just like theory videos and shit like that.
Maybe. I feel like she'll probably watch like deep dives or like conspiracy videos, and then, then she watches a Weekend music video, and then the algorithm puts two and two together, and we pop up. You never know. We have millions of impressions, so you never know which one of those are someone famous.
I wish there was a way to know like who is like some of the crazier people
Yeah,
that's come
yeah.
across the videos. I am out of love with someone that I've had a crush on for a while now. A celebrity crush. Maria Isabel is
Oh, not
someone
anymore?
that she got a fucking
Oh, she played.
professional baseball player as her posted him on his Instagram, and I'm like, okay, so you're just gonna
You commented.
behind my back
Unfollow. Oh, for real?
I said
Blocked.
fuck is this shit, man, and I unfollowed. So I'm
In the DMs. Whoa. Whoa. No. Send him an audio recording, just like, please. I have to unfollow.
I'm singing one of her songs to on the audio. This song is dedicated to you. No, man, so
Jennifer Tilly, ever since I've seen it. Bride of Chucky? Oh, her? Okay, for sure. That's a good one. I don't know who else. Who else is like? I want like a deep celebrity cut, like celebrity crush. I continue my celebrity crushes onto men as well, because I base my persona, my style, when I see. My male celebrity crush is a young Paul Rudd. Always down for that.
young Paul Rudd.
Young Paul Rudd. I mean, he's Ant-Man, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I fuck with Paul Rudd. Obviously,
Seth
a
Rogen.
young Seth Rogen. Okay, that's a celebrity crush material for sure. Young and nowadays, especially nowadays, Bo has a lot of swag. He has a lot of swag. Um, I also like a young Matt Damon. I just recently watched Good Will Hunting for the first time.
Oh, scrumptious in that movie.
That's all. That was all inspo for me. At least from the fits, he was fitted. Oh, thank you,
Yeah.
J Dot. Yo, J Dot, hey, I see what you're trying to do, bro. You're trying to get the leaderboard. You're trying to sweep. Thank you.
Yeah.
What did you say? Dead. Oh, you dead? All right.
Oh, Jake Gyllenhaal is one beautiful
Ooh.
man.
Yes.
Sexy ass dude.
Yes.
Especially him in freaking
Donnie Darko.
Donnie Darko.
Super
Yeah.
young. Super young. That's like
Great,
baby Jake Gyllenhaal.
Source Code. He looked hot as hell in that
Source
one. with the buzz
Code.
cut, I remember.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Um,
yeah. He looked hard. He was also in
then-
Prisoners. He looked kind of fucked up in
Ooh.
that, but it was a look.
Yeah, I like they had a bunch of nervous ticks, and I was like,
Mhm.
damn, that's mysterious. That's nice.
Mhm.
And also him in Far From Home, obviously, it's a
yeah.
big Marvel. You gotta look peak Jake Gyllenhaal,
I know.
perfect coiffed hair,
Yeah, yeah,
beard.
yeah. CGI'd
yeah.
everything, just all kept in
Oh,
place.
yeah. All the hair is CGI.
All the hair is
Every-
they got the perfect quiff CGI.
Have you ever has a crush ever delved into like the CW route? Like, do you see any of the CW people? Because I personally,
No.
the guy who played Arrow
Oh, okay, yeah.
is
Or,
sexy as hell. Oh, Oscar Isaac.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yes. Who said that?
Yeah,
Kitchen Boy. You
Kitchen
are
Boy.
so right. You are so right. Some
Always got
people
taste.
say
Yeah.
say I look like Oscar Isaac, or like he could be my
Oh.
dad or something. And that's not just me saying that, I swear. But some
He
people
looked
have
more
said.
like he looked more like your dad than he did for Timothy Chalamet in Dune.
True. That's true.
I didn't get how that lineage lined up, but
yeah.
you know,
Because Oscar
okay, I
Isaac,
like-
he's like Spanish, and Timothy Chalamet is a very white boy, so it really didn't really connect with me there. But I'm like, if you look at a picture of, hey, do you mind calling Cap? All right, bro, let me pull a pic. All right. Oscar Isaac's cleanly shaven. When he's got the full crazy beard like in Dune, it's different,
I was gonna say I want to see Matt with the full beard, and then we can do
Bro,
some
like,
damage with the.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Hold on, I don't know why this. I'm
Bro,
pulling it up.
That's so funny that I was trying to come up with a female celebrity crush, and I couldn't think like a deep cut female celebrity crush, but I could
We
think
bring
of
up
a male
Oscar
one.
Isaac. Come
Pedro
on, bro. Like,
Pascal.
it's not that far off, bro. Like,
Here, angle your give like a smirk like he's doing.
it's not that far
yeah,
off.
yeah. No, I see it. Nah. Anyone, yo, who is it? D Mine.
see?
D Mine's capping, bro. D Mine is hating.
What is he
was
saying,
just
bro?
hating. He's just no. I'm just acknowledging the cap thing. Nah.
He's
I can see
Guatemalan?
the resemblance. I can see
Yeah.
the resemblance. Yeah. No, it's
The eyes.
and also the jawline. The
Come on.
jawline is like.
I got,
Come
he's got a better 5 o'clock shadow going on. I'm still kind of baby face, but when I'm his age, I feel like I would look like him, or I want to look like him. He's got his hair, he's got that flow. I would say like Poe from which Star Wars was that?
Well, the new ones.
The new ones.
trilogy.
I fuck with that Oscar Isaac heavily, and also him in Dune. He looks badass in that.
Yeah, absolutely. One other male celebrity crush I'd like to bring up, man. This dude is like a. It's not. I don't know. It's Pedro Pascal. He's not like
Yeah.
handsome, but something about him that I'm like,
Nah,
dude.
Pedro
fine as hell,
Pascal. Wait, let me remind myself.
His voice.
Oh, I love
his
him, bro. He's so good in Narcos as
Oh,
Peña. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, incredible. He has that like suave. It's the charisma, the charm that he has.
Yeah.
Like, but also he looks he. I hate to say, the Our Thoughts Out of Context clips is going crazy. Whoever's starting that account, you start here. Start with this
Start here,
episode.
yeah.
But Pedro Pascal looks daddy as fuck
Oh,
when he's wearing like a sweater and glasses, like when he's just interviewing,
studious.
doing like press junkets.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. There's one right there. Oh my.
No, he's got so much swag, bro.
Yeah, he's just chill, man. He's a cool ass dude.
He is. He looks like he'd be a chill dude. But
Yeah.
let
Oh,
me
I
look
need to
up the. Oh, what were you saying?
Cage. I gotta watch that Nicolas Cage movie. The one with him and
Which
Pedro
one?
Pascal. where
Oh yeah,
The-
the
weight,
the
unbearable weight.
unbearable weight of fame or something like that.
Oh my
I gotta
God.
see that. I gotta see that. I heard that was good.
Mhm.
Seth Rogen GQ.
Oh
I
shoot,
think
am I
about
about
this all the time,
to
bro.
run
This
some
photo.
Seth Rogen
I think
memes?
about
Oh,
this. All right, let's just come on, bro. The steez.
sexy as hell,
It
man.
goes crazy.
Look at that. That is
This
fire.
photo is so hard. What? Bro got the Gucci ashtray on the
Yeah,
beach.
that doesn't look real. That has.
I
Oh,
know.
I was in the volume actually. Yo, yeah, that is hard.
That's hard. Oh, we got his dog. Nah, bro. This is the level of like steez, grown man steez I'm trying to get at. For real.
Yeah,
Just
chill
unmatched.
ass.
Look at this. With the
Oh,
sandals on.
yeah, with the I was just gonna say
Toes
with the
out.
sandals, on, hands in pockets. The oh,
Oh,
Snow
this
Child.
is
Hey,
fire.
thank you for coming through. If this was your
Hey.
first stream, it was a very weird one, but honestly, it kind of describes everything about us. So thank you for coming through.
Yeah. Thank
Uh,
you. I see you're sending us Canadian doll. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Shout out Canada.
Yeah,
Appreciate you.
yeah,
Definitely, we're here every single Thursday. Tell your friends, come through, hang out in the chat. Appreciate you guys. And that goes to all of you. Tell your friends about Our Thoughts podcast, and we can grow this family even more.
yeah. I
Yeah.
want to hear more of y'all's celebrity crushes or more people's celebrity crushes. Is that so? Yeah, no. That I'm trying to think. One last. Oh, Lakeith Stanfield is a good one, but that brings
Yes.
to mind my personal. The person I want to be in life is motherfucking, and it works out very perfectly. Donald Glover,
Mm,
dude is so talented.
yes.
Like I crush on him so hard in terms of just like I'm like, damn, bro,
He
you're
can do
so good.
anything. He can do
Everything.
anything
I
he
want to be
wants.
you so bad.
Bro, he literally, bro, like anything he puts his mind to, he will exhaust all the creativity out of it and then move on to the next thing. Like his mind, like
Yeah.
that is just, I want to do that. I want to be
hmm
that artist. So
Yeah.
shout out Donald
Yeah.
Glover. Shout out to the
Yeah.
Community movie remake coming out that they just announced. Donald
Happening?
Glover is attached officially. He will be in the Community movie, which is gonna be crazy. Yeah, I'm
I
hyped.
hope he comes back and he's like, there's been so many fan theories about what this movie's gonna be,
Hmm.
but I hope they bring in some aspect of like, yo, he's kind of the most successful out of all of us right now.
Yeah,
I hope they bring that in at some point. But
yeah.
also I just want to see him and Abed together again, man. Oh my God. When they do the handshake again, I'm gonna
Oh
be
my God, I can't
that's
wait.
gonna be my No Way Home, where I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
"Whoa."
Right. Well, speaking of which, did you see there's like one of the main conspiracies with Community that's proven to be true is by the time like the first season of Community was coming out, the Andrew Garfield Spider-Mans were coming out. And
Mm.
everyone, that was around the time where, oh, Childish Gambino, he has to be the Spider-Man. He has to be Peter Parker. Like, look at him on Community. That was like the first season had already come out. Like, he would be the perfect Peter Parker, but it's Andrew Garfield. But they still alluded to it in several of the episodes. And even in Spider-Man movies. There's an intro, there's a scene where in Community, he wakes up, comes out of bed, and he's wearing a Spider-Man shirt, and they use that for his like for the intro where they show each of the characters like their little personality like shots. It was him
Yeah.
getting up from bed in his Spider-Man shirt. And then I think in what was the Spider-Man that Childish Gambino was actually in?
Homecoming.
Homecoming. And he has a little, his little cameo there with Tom Holland and stuff like that. And then at the end of that scene, he's on the phone. He's like, yeah, man, I'm probably just going to go back to my cousin, Miles' house,
Yeah.
Who's the Miles we know, bro? Miles Morales. Come on. You cut to Into the Spider-Verse. There's a shot in the home of Miles Morales. On the screen is that same clip from Community where Childish Gambino is waking up and he has a Spider-Man shirt on. So, come on, bro.
Oh man, I would have loved Donald Glover as Spider-Man, man.
I
He would have
know.
been it would have been the best one, honestly. Like everyone loves about Tom Holland now
Yeah.
would have been like to the 10th degree, and with a certain amount of like I already know Donald Glover would have had a certain level of like irreverence about it too, so
Right,
that
right,
would have
right,
been a
right,
different
right.
edge to it. But also he would do that awkward schoolboy type stuff and
So
do it really
easy.
well.
If they do
So
like a live action Miles Morales or something, it's got to be Donald Glover. But yeah, guys, I wish I had the receipts to show this conspiracy. I saw it on a TikTok recently, but it's all there. Like, if you dig
okay.
hard enough, you can find that clip in Community. If you can find that frame in Into the Spider-Verse, it's like one of the most like unspoken, very clear Easter egg like
Mm,
conspiracies out there. But pretty crazy when I found out. But yeah,
so dope. Yeah.
Bino for
And
Spider-Man.
and Bino has actually had he was gonna show run or just run, I guess, run a Deadpool show and write it,
Oh yeah.
and he wrote a script and he got scrapped because I think people were like, we can't do this. This is
Mm,
like, imagine Atlanta's like again like the irreverence and like the topical references and that all stuff, but with Deadpool
that'd
would
be
have
so
been I
cool.
think a lot more. It would have been I think some kind of a little bit more sophisticated than what we're getting with Ryan Reynolds, because
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds like he just
I do
is
not like Ryan
Deadpool.
Reynolds. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So do you want to? Would you like to get into that a little bit or no?
He's crazy, bro. I've read and heard things. He married one of the who did he
Blake Lively.
Lively, yeah. The way he's treated her is like awful. And he's also an awful person. He has a brother. Nobody knows about this. He has a brother who is literally like almost homeless, and he refuses to help him out when he's like a multi-million-dollar actor because he's
Wow.
like, well, he chose to be homeless. So,
Wow.
not a good person. Also, Free Guy sucked. So,
Yeah, I just seen one clip, and it was all I needed to see was the
the
Captain
Fortnite.
America. Or, oh, there's a Fortnite aspect to it.
Yeah, they just started like Fortnite dancing.
Oh my God, I'm gonna unalive myself.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, so there you go. I think what we'll say that celebrity crush thing was our penny for our thoughts.
Sure.
Let's get into what we've been listening to, man. What's in your
Yes.
rotation?
All right, to close this out, because my voice is almost gone.
Yep.
What have I been listening to? I've been listening to that new Child record. Shout out Child for real. Called Bon Voyage. Right there. Very excited for the Child album that is coming. I really fucked with his Hope for Sale album. Eventually is one of my most played songs, probably from last year, maybe even this year. But yeah, shout out Child. Oh, thank you, Kitchen Boy. Thank you, Kitchen Boy. Thank you for doing your due diligence as a moderator and getting that Sex Chat 69 out of here, bro. I don't know what that was about. Maybe that's D Mine's third account.
Yeah,
He got to
hold on.
that
Well,
quick.
I know. Appreciate. Hey, that's making earning your paycheck.
Yeah,
It
thank
should be
you.
in the mail. It's like the second week of the month. So
Yeah, it's coming.
it'll be coming soon.
Yeah, I've been listening to Child. I've been listening to
Yeah, so
I've listened to Blood Orange, Negro Swan. Incredible album.
great.
I tried listening to this album probably like top of this year, and it didn't make sense to me. And then I revisited it again like maybe a couple weeks ago, and it just clicked. And it's crazy.
Wow.
It's crazy. It's like just the ultimate blend of like 5 different genres in one. So highly recommend. And then lastly, um, I've been listening to lo-fi rain playlists because
It's that time of the year, man.
it's that time of the year.
time
It was pouring rain. We had flash floods in LA like 2 days ago. In fact, our whole entire main street here was flooded, like all the way up to the storefront. Like it was just all water. So I was like, it's pouring rain. Let's put on the lo-fi. Let's light a candle. Let's watch a movie. It's been nice.
Vibes. I love it. I love it. Is that all? You're gonna share
Yeah,
with us?
that's
Cool.
the main stuff. I mean, other
Yeah.
than that, obviously the weekend, and then
Yeah.
my 2000s playlist always.
For sure. Hey, man. So with me, I've continued listening to Working on My Karma Division.
Nice.
Great album. Oh, and also, we were joking around earlier about how 2000s like R&B it is, and specifically What's Up. If you watch What's Up, the music video, it is literally exactly
Really?
that. Like,
I didn't even
at
know they
one
had a music
point-
video.
One point, he's wearing a jacket. He's out in the rain. He takes it off to reveal a wife pleaser.
Nice.
A nice,
Yep.
and he's singing. He's screaming. He hits the highest, or pretends to hit the highest note on there. Like it's exactly what you want, and it's everything you want from a 2000s R&B music video. And yeah, no, this album, man, is just I don't know.
Banger after banger.
Yeah, and another album I was listening to recently, because uh, I've been getting back into comics, but lately I've been really reading Daredevil stuff, which explains why I really like wearing the glasses lately. And so I've been really loving that. And then I'm on Bart yesterday, and I put on Kissland, and I'm like, oh and I'm wearing these glasses just because like I like wearing glasses on Bart so I can sleep and not
Yeah.
and I can look around and all that stuff without being judged. And I was like, oh shit, this is what Daredevil feels like, is listening, wearing glasses in public transportation and knowing something that other people don't know. Like that is the
He's
Daredevil
just like me
vibe.
for real. Yeah.
He is just like me for real. So no, I've been listening to that album. I love that album. And last but not least, the last album I've been listening to is this artist. I honestly don't know how it was from like a house music mix thing, and I found one of her songs on there. And I love the album. It's DC. Um, I I don't know how to pronounce his name, so I'm just gonna say it as it looks. CC Peniston.
Oh,
I think that's a fitting end to this stream. But yeah,
say that again. You
Great
listen to
album.
penis? You listening to penis? Bro smoking on a PP penis? What'd you say? Hey, yo.
That's what's been in my rotation. It's
All
finally
right.
by CC, CCP.
CCCP?
CCCP. It is a great album. There's a song called "Inside That I Cried," and it is how I feel right now. Is I want to cry.
Okay.
Oh,
Listen to Dick Rider by PP Penis.
yeah. There it is.
All right.
Yeah, no, damn, y'all. This has been such a,
This has been a
very,
sus stream.
you know what? But here we are, and yeah, I don't know. Whoever's starting that Our Thoughts Out of Context clips thingy, y'all are gonna
Start
have
here.
a great one with this one.
Yeah,
Tag us,
please.
and yeah. Anyways, last
Okay.
words.
Last
I
words, y'all.
Please, let's wrap this stream up, man. This has been.
All right, we need to wrap it up before we say anything
my
else.
standards.
Yeah.
Even for my standards, it's been going crazy right now. So before we get arrested,
Yeah, before we get put in jail.
yeah.
Stream Brawler tonight, 9 p.m. Can I get that link in the chat one more time if you could?
Yes.
Just in case people miss it the first time. Go chill in the chat. It's premiering very soon. 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sorry if you're on the East Coast, gonna have to wait until midnight, but it'll be worth it. Please watch. Go give it a like, give it a comment. I'll be chilling in the comments. Let me know what you think. If you want to tell me what you think personally, follow me on Instagram, Matt Mags, Cheslito, Instagram, Twitter, Our Thoughts Podcast on everything. But yeah, man, those are my final thoughts. Anything from you? Last few words for the people before we cut out of here and we all go watch the real stream, which is the NFR podcast. But anything you want to say?
No, go check out Brawler. It's in the chat right now. Yeah, and said all that stuff. And do I have any last thoughts?
You got
Man.
one more chance to be sus, bro, and then I'm cutting it.
I don't know. What? I don't.
Well,
I
you're
don't
out
know.
of thoughts now.
I'm brain on empty, bro. I'm just I
Damn.
have no idea. Do you have any last
You
thoughts?
say you like
Nah, I already-
you be
said
giving you be
you-
giving brain? Hold
right,
on,
cut to-
that's it.